Welcome back, everyone. And thank you so much for giving us the time to make sure that we had everything set in order. And in fact, we've got stats ready for you at the end of that previous game. It did end up going over to the Chiefs that were able to take it late. But again, I'm Hail Monkey Man in the booth alongside Pyro. And, I wish we had some of these stats all the time, considering, but what we got to see like for the last couple of years at this point.
It's bittersweet, really, because it's like I love to see it, but also, where have these been? And we can think of so many other stats to use as well, I'm sure, for roller champions. But the one that sticks out to me has to be possession, like shots to goals. Yeah, there weren't really too many shots to begin with, and really the only shots that were taken were those, hey, let me grab a quick goal at the end of the game to either take the lead, tie it up, or win the game. Shots were not abundant, right? And we're not surprised by that, seeing this kind of NAEU mix and players wanting to take it the long way, sort of acting in that confidence. But possession, with it being under 60% between both teams, I feel like it's not too surprising, right?
Yeah.
The going back and forth.
Yeah. And it's also not too much of a dominant lean, as we did get to see all of one single game, so maybe that'll really kind of showcase itself. We got to see one great save, I believe, that did come up from it was actually a takeaway by Gotex, and I think that really that player, Mr. Irrelevant at the end of a draft, always kind of feels rough, but then they still made themselves known. This squad out of the Chiefs looking pretty strong. Want to see if they can continue to be as dominant with their ball possession, because obviously they had the advantage. We're going to be going over to Venice Beach one more time, as we're going to have game number 2 all lined up. Now, as a reminder, this is a double elimination bracket. So if the Chiefs do get this win, they'll end up going forward into the upper finals of this bracket. And it's going to be Sungjin Woo that will be fighting from the bottom.
Yeah, I think, when it's double elimination, it's kind of nice to know that, okay, you lose one best of 3, it's not over. It's not like you come into this tournament, you play 2 games, and okay, bye. But at the same time, you still want to win this matchup. You still want a much easier road to that chance to win $150. So this game 2, very important. I'm sure Character was very happy to choose Doma as their kind of sidekick here alongside with Gotex, and they want to prove what they're capable of in this sort of international tournament. So it's game 2 on Venice Beach, where Sungjin Woo will have a chance to equalize in the series and not allow the Chiefs an easy road to the upper finals.
In case you guys have not read that manhwa that I keep talking about, on the other side of an evolution after our main character of Sungjin Woo, they become Sung Drip Woo, and they are styling. So can we see the same kind of evolution happening here for this squad? Because they are facing down the Chiefs. And if anything is to be said about maybe a similar named team that is doing well in the NFL, they're pretty much aiming for the end of the road to be a big win.
Yeah, we'll see if that's the case to get that big win here. Look at Sina's already getting some distance here. Oh, and the ball's going to fall just away from the ring. It looked like a mag pass turned into a potential shot.
Oh, they were trying. They were trying to be able to get that at least one open up, but it ends up in the hands for a brief stay for Team Sungjin Woo. And unfortunately, that's really been on repeat, Pyro, because we've seen them be able to at least get a takeaway. We are seeing more contention, though, in the early half pipe, and they're going to go the long way to try and open up this gate. Again, I think you coined the name of what this first bowl becomes when early possession is taken.
Bull Patrol, baby. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. It's the chaos that's inherent with the game. That is players on skates tackling into each other. And there's no place where it's more prominent than that first bowl. But coming around the first bowl already is Team Sungjin Woo. That's well handled there by Doma. But okay, Rayo's going to get in the mix. And that tackling, well, hell, it can happen at any point.
Really can. And you throw those skates forward again. We've spoken at length about how some of the best insurance in all of humanity must exist in the back pockets here for roller champions players, because they just simply pop up, they dust it off, and they keep going on, dislocated shoulder or otherwise. And now a breakaway. Dennis trying to be able to outrun what could be some pressure from the outside wall, and yet they're able to maintain possession. And again, you have the 1-pointer open up. They're priming themselves for it. Rayo though on the escape plan, and this is where they're really trying to build for the multi-point.
Oh, they love that positioning as well above the ring, because it makes a shot chance so dangerous, but equally as dangerous Doma can be in that second bull. You're trying to set up for a shot, right? But Doma knows how valuable that spacing can be to clog it up, get the tackle, and the denial.
Doma, one of our big scorers, historically speaking, traditionally speaking, and character, kind of that body man. But Doma really does not shy away from the contact either. And that's what you got to see, especially if your team is struggling to be able to catch up, much like the frames that we are seeing right now. Then in the first 2.5 minutes, you get the takeaway game. And again, now they're aggressively positioning for some of these longer pushes. Sainez and a toss over to Dennis, and now it becomes a 1v1. They're going for the 5. Why not make for the turn?
I mean, they wrapped around for that second lap so quickly. It's no surprise that they want to go for a third here. They might just do it in the blink of an eye. Already Rayo coming around. It's a pass out to Sainez. Sainez above the ring, could shoot here, but it won't go in. Gotes, chosen last in the draft, makes up for it big and comes up with the denial.
You often forget who was the last person in line. You're like, I got mine. They'll get theirs eventually. And Gotex, they want to get theirs at the very last moment when it is the most necessary for their team to not take an L. But we're seeing that stat of possession really rearing its ugly head against the way of Team Sungjin Woo, as they've not been able to really find an offensive power put around this ring. And constantly, the only one that's been able to get any kind of rings unlocked has, in fact, been Team Chiefs.
Team Chiefs have done that so impressively. It's amazing what they did in laps 2 and 3 there to set up the 5-pointer. I mean, they just blitz right through everybody. And it makes you think, if Chiefs are able to do that so efficiently on another first lap, do you start to see that 1-pointer? We might find out here as Rayo gets right around. That first gate still to be found. So they did kind of a fabricated lap here, Hale. one just for show.
You got to at least position yourself in a position of authority, and that's really what's been happening for the Team Chiefs at this point. And it's been out of the fingertips of Sungjin Woo for a while. They've seen it a couple times, and now we get another single point lap that's beginning to open itself up. But a nice takeaway, and it's been in this bowl in particular, often where much of the pressure is able to return to for seeing the Team Sungjin Woo to at least get these steals. And they've had some sweaty moments, 3-point and 5 points that have been all ready to go. But this bowl, this first one, Sainez showing them how it's done.
It's interesting to see, because maybe that's why we're seeing so much speed out of the Chiefs straight from that first gate. It's because look at where all 3 players are from Sungjin Woo. They want to host dominant territory in that second bowl, but even with all 3 there, Hale, they can't get in front of the shot.
Well, they're not just all there, but they're also crept down into the low curve of the hip. And so there's no one to deny or even to set up defensively for that last lane for a free toss. And how eerily similar is this now that we've gotten a score, maybe within the 5 to 10 second range just before the 2-minute mark? This seems to be where everyone wants to kind of get at least a first point.
I mean, we're talking about a game where the 5-pointer was right just pixels away from Team Chiefs. So we almost saw a very different game. But yes, now the Chiefs find themselves in this position, it's like, okay, let's just get that lead and then take the commanding seat again. Look at them back in the driver's seat. Rayo just mixing it up, getting in between every defender.
This is exactly why a lot of teams said that defense was one of the highest skill gaps for a lot of different players, is because you have the dodge mentality. You kind of dodge spam at least a little bit. But I think it was also Verbalocity, shout out to our EU man, our UK guy, that talked about holder champions. You get your 1-pointer, and if you can see that tied up against you from your opponent, then you simply play for the takeaway and also maybe for a secure later on. And that's forcing Team Sungjin Woo to have to really track down and play much more man-on-man Finally, Gotex with a breakaway. They have some extra space between them. They're going for the self pass. And this is one of our better possessions here for Sungjin Woo.
Absolutely. No, listen, they're taking it in reverse, but they're doing it so well. I love the vertical pathing as well from Sungjin Woo to stay out of the line of defenders, but they're also doing a lot of passing, Hale. And of course, they need to make their way around the ring pretty quickly, but at the same time, that leaves them vulnerable to takeaways like that.
And now they have to send the numbers, because look at just where they can bait numbers against a single player. And you're going to try and enforce some of that just kind of negative space that you're fighting for early and often. We go to the last half minute here of regulation time. Rayo with a big bump, and Sainez picks up the ball. It is all up to Sungjin Woo to have to go and at least get one drop. And now they have no options. Rayo actually was the nearest man here for Team Chiefs, but they were nowhere within distance to be able to get that pass. It becomes a fist fight here in bowl number 1, and that's going to be a loose ball play. They're going to be able to break that second gate. They go to the number 3 gate, and that's going to be the checkpoint right in front of them, but it's going to be a big knockaway or a nice recovery as you actually have a fist fight going on. Gotex, Mr. Irrelevant, trying to be as most relevant he can be, impactful. We're right before gate 3.
And he has been, but can the team as well fill in on their roles? They've got 3 gates down, just one more to go on this last chance here. Doma skating in and out of that one defender. High pass up onto the inside wall. Maybe the pass down, but it's a loose ball. Somebody's got to get a handle on this, and Gotex can't get there. It's Chiefs that pick it up, and they close out the series in 2.
Oh, clustering into that last bowl and the second lane. What a photo finish. They were trying to at least get the first one, but never could acquire more than a single point between these two games. So it was a low-scoring venture, but it is, in fact, going to be the Chiefs that are moving on. And we were talking about the differential of possession. That actually is probably in reverse right there, 61% to 39%, because it was blending itself to just be in the hands of Team Chiefs all that game.
It really was. And it was due to that one last mistake that I think Sungjin Woo even had a possession at the end of the day there. Like, they just couldn't make that pass happen because their spacing was so wide around the stadium. And that led to all 3 of Sungjin Woo tackling the ball handler and getting that last chance finally available. But as we highlight that mistake that even gave the last chance to Sungjin Woo, we're only highlighting that one mistake. There were so few from the Chiefs. This is a draft format where teams are made on a whim, but how impressive is it, Hale, that this team looked as if they've been teaming for a long time?
Hey, maybe they'll be doing that in the future. We get to see how that all pans out on the leaderboard. But for right now, as you see our awesome bracket, it will be the Chiefs that move over in 2-0 fashion. But we're going to take a short break, and we're going to see how the next semifinal will be going. Pyro, you and Excel get to enjoy that, as it's going to be Team Gang versus Opa. And that'll be on this other side of this short break. Stick around. We'll be back with you in a moment.
missing perfect ways to catch. Still moving forward, though my words turning backwards. Like puzzle parts I lost in the sea. The last ones I need to complete. The picture that always repeats. I lost the key. Mirrors cracking. My world is shaking. Thoughts in my head. I try to connect. I fade in while all the candles melt. Ice is burning my skin wound. Like running 100 miles and get lost in the desert. Like puzzle parts I lost in the sea. The last ones I need to complete. The picture that always repeats. I lost the key. Mirrors cracking. My world is shaking. The thoughts in my head. I try to connect. I fade in. Mirrors cracking. My world is shaking. The thoughts in my head. I try to connect. I fade in. Mirrors cracking. My world is shaking. Thoughts in my head. I try to connect. I fade in. Mirrors cracking. My world is shaking. The thoughts in my head. I try to connect. I fade in. It's feast or famine with you, isn't it? You're either all the way in or you up and quit. When we run out of walls to hit, we just walk away from it, walk away from it, walk away. Whatever happened to ducking it out? Always keeping our thoughts locked in our mouths. And the silence always turns to shouts. Do we forget what it's about? Yeah, what it's about, it's about. It's getting heavy, you already know. Cracking the levee is about to blow. Hands up 'cause I had enough. It's coming through my head like it always does. Come and show me what you're made of. All that we sacrifice for love, blowing up when push comes to shove. Gotta have it out like Fight Club, Fight Club. Gotta have it out like Fight Club. I love the way you think you're always right, but we never talk it out, we just up all night. in the levee is about to blow. Throw my hands up 'cause I had enough. It's coming through my head like it always does. Come and show me what you're made of. All there is sacrifice for love. Blowing up when push comes to shove. Gotta have it out like Fight Club. Fight Club. Leave the past behind, just walk away. When it's over and the heart breaks and the cracks begin to show. And the cracks begin to show. Past behind, just walk away. When it's over and the heart breaks and the cracks begin to show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Pirate J. I'm here with Excel this time around. Hail Monkey Man, he's taking a water break, so we'll let him do that. And hey, so are Team Sung Jinwoo and the Chiefs after we saw them play. This time around, Excel, it's going to be the other side of this upper bracket. Team Opa Opa versus Team Gang, as we see the other 6 players out here on the stadium.
I mean, hey, I'm absolutely thrilled to be seeing these players play. I mean, we talked all about all these new players. I play Hood, some of our fun European and even our Middle Eastern players coming out. So I'm excited to see how they stack up against each other, how they perform, and, hopefully get into this match.
Yeah, that's definitely something to be excited about. And also, is it a reward to win this game or is it a punishment? I feel like having to play the Chiefs after this might be difficult. That squad looked like they had everything in command. I mean, honestly, Excel, like when you take command that well against a team like Character and Doma, they got something working for them.
I mean, absolutely. I couldn't have said it any better myself. I mean, we've seen such a dominant play coming out from those two. To just be completely flipped on the script like that is ridiculous. So I'm curious to see whoever wins this, how they're going to stack up against that Chiefs. And if they do end up dropping down to the lower bracket, if they will be able to, bring themselves back and even contest the Chiefs later in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a story that we'll see told here today as we get right into game number 1. These teams, they handled the draft order. They've seen each other out on the stadium before, but now they're ready to take it to each other. 7 minutes here, right on the clock. And okay, looks like instead, Excel, we're going to reset. It was a primer. It was a tease.
I mean, hey, everybody's got to make sure their controllers work, and it wouldn't be a roller champion stream if the game didn't break at one time. It's honestly, it's a rite of passage. It's a tradition.
Oh man, it surely is. It surely is. I like this though. I don't know if the stream's seeing this, but I'm getting some action of the ball just still kind of going around the stadium here. They're having a good time with it.
Oh,
But
I'm telling you, everybody's so good at just chucking that thing down lanes, trying to reset, because this used to happen so often.
What's your go-to in a free play situation, Excel? Like if the ball's loose and everybody can do whatever. What move are you pulling off?
Absolutely. If you're just trying to get the ball around there, you just chuck that thing down lane. You got a teammate on each side. Chuck it down, chuck it down, chuck it down. You can get 5 laps in genuinely 20 seconds.
Give it a good bowl roll or give it a good chuck, whatever it takes just to make it happen. Nice and easy. Well, that's going to be the warm-up for both of our teams here, for Team Opa Opa, Team Gang, making sure that they can connect to a match too easily. I don't know. I mean, looking at these players, did you have a prediction here, XL, or are you just trying to see how they look out there on their skates?
I mean, for the sake of argument, I'm gonna go ahead and go with our good old-fashioned international friends, Opa Opa. I'm gonna take their side this time. I'm gonna trust the ways of our international friends and see how they play. I'm gonna call them.
Mike's going out just a little bit, Excel. Could you finish that thought?
My apologies, folks.
There you go.
I am going to go ahead and say Opa Opa is going to be able to take away with this series. Call it just a
Ooh.
little bit of optimism for a new region coming into the scene. But I'm going to go with Opa Opa.
I mean, I like the concept there, splash onto the scene, make a big case for yourselves instead of being sent into the shadow of the lower bracket right away. Then again, I mean, even on Team Gang, I think people will be excited to see people like I Play Hood start to play in these competitions. But again, yeah, I like the case for Opa Opa, even Loai. When you look at some of the performances out of the 6-man's first prime time, we're talking about number 3 in the list of 15 players. So he's got a good win rate under his belt of Loai. I feel like that might be one player to watch as we start to set up this competition.
I mean, absolutely. A lot of times in a lot of other esports, even when Roller Champions had, these weekly TFLs and tournaments like that, you'd see somebody, really perform well in 6-mans and ranked and go, oh, yeah, but can they bring that over to coordinated 3v3 play? I mean, here it's pretty much the same thing. You've still got, it's a little more coordinated than your average ranked game, but you've still got your, these pickup squads, whoever can work together better the fastest. So having those, incredibly high solo queue, 6-mans kind of, ratings and wins is going to be incredibly important when it comes to this kind of 6-mans tournament.
And speaking more like, let's take a magnifying lens to really the 6-mans format where you're you don't know who you're going to team up with. Like Excel, put yourself in the skates of one of these players. If you could pick a teammate that just has either better talent on the stadium or better communications, which one would you choose? Because, I'm more of a Rocket League guy. Comms are a huge thing. I talked recently in the finale of the offseason, actually, for Rocket League to a pro named Arsenal. And he was like, we got bumped and demoed more than any other game, yet our comms were the reason we won because we communicated. And I can imagine that at Roller Champions, if you get tackled, if you're getting messed with, I feel like communications, it's an important thing. It's got to be a useful thing when you go into these team with these kind of random teammates.
Oh man, absolutely. Just a little bit about me. I come from a background of, both competitive Rocket League, competitive Valorant, and competitive Roller Champions. And I cannot tell you how important communication is in every single one of those aspects, especially a game like Roller Champions. Back when I would play on Angels, we'd kind of set up a system where we had one person pretty much IGLing, calling whether to, reverse, go forward, meet up at what gate. And, the ability to work off of that quickly and succinctly and be able to, talk, hey, I got next pass. I'm going to 3, get to past 1, pass over to me. I'm going high.
Yeah.
You need to be able to do that literally instantly, or else you'll get slow, you'll get tackled, lose possession, and you'll just be way too far behind the play.
It really looked like, finish your thought. Yeah.
So absolutely, answer your question, I'll say I will pick communications almost every time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's why I talked to you as well, because I knew you had that professional background. I'm like, I can estimate, I can ask people, I can talk to them, but hey, when I'm out on that stadium, trust me, I'm having a hard time just skating up to the ceiling, man. Okay, unless I've got like 10 minutes of warm up in me out on free play. Speaking of warm up, I'm hoping that we've got enough of that in for these 6 skaters who appear to be ready to go. Thank you all for your patience as we take it to Zen Temple. This is Team Opa Opa versus Team Gang to see who meets the Chiefs in the upper finals.
Absolutely. And obviously, I'm really excited to see what kind of starts we have going on. Possession roller champions is so important, especially when how difficult defense is in the game as the ball does fly out into the corner. Loweye is able to find it as Playhood finally gets a phenomenal tackle, is able to dive and weave his way out of the corner as the ball does fly high. Nobody has possession quite yet, and finally, Nope is going to be able to take possession away for the blue team.
Yeah, it really seems like Team Oboba getting off to the start that they wanted. Low Y, I mentioned a player to watch, no doubt, with kind of the leaderboards that they've matched up to, with the talent that we already know this player has. Didn't mind taking a solo effort there to try and crash through the first couple gates, but right away, you're seeing Team Gang already make their presence known as they whip quickly around for that first lap to get through the first gate. And how about I play Hood through the second and the third?
I mean, look at this speed. No one's able to stop as the fake comes through. Trying to get past the third grate. There's literally no way to get through as the ball does fly high. T trying to get something as he does not take the 1-pointer, taking his time, trying to find something as Hood skates to the green. He could go back, but he is able to play his life, play the time, and play the ball as he does swing that all the way through. Tries to get over to play Hood, and he does get the ball down the way. They could be going for 5 here. No one's contesting, and they're just going to keep going around the rink.
You might as well. The defender there holding the ring and not the skater. So that provides the open lane to get through that first one. But 2 gates still to get through, and the dive pass connects with I Play Hood. It's just 3 defenders in the way of them winning this first game right away. Free ball. Somebody's got to pick this up. Oh, and it's going to be you, Kid, to take it. 3 laps completed here, Excel, but no points to show for.
The slightest bit of a mishap coming out of that corner does cost the gang the
this first game right away. Free ball. Somebody's got to pick this up.
Finally, Obo trying to get themselves in the game. Great little boost as he does find his way into the corner. UKIT trying his best to get all the way around. Jumps high, passes over to Lusa Devil, but it does not go through. Tries to get down. Pigeon finds a phenomenal tackle, and Gang finds himself the ball.
I think we're seeing really Team Oba start to get some comfort in these possessions, but just as they start to get that momentum behind themselves, it's Team Gang that are able to deny it and get a good tackle through. So far, I'm really liking what I see out of the defense of Team Gang. Again, you see that spare just connect, and immediately it's that transfer of possession. Their defense, to me, seems way more on point than what we've seen out of Team Gang. Team Oba, excuse me.
I mean, absolutely. Opa really struggled to get any kind of possession, any play going, as Hood does finally meet his maker on that side of the arena. UKIT does pick it up. Opa finally able to get some possession, but they're so far away from the reset line. It's so difficult, and he has no teammates just trying to get some kind of self-pass out of the corner. Gets a wall jump all the way over. UKIT passes the front line, and he's able to get some kind of play. They have a little bit of speed to work with here as Nope does get his way out in front. I Play Hood, I believe, does try his best to get this tackle, but it's not going to come through. Great self-pass mechanics, and they could actually shoot for 1 here. Tries his best to get something, but he actually does continue along the rink.
Fair enough. Hey, I see 4 minutes on the clock, so you might as well keep whipping it around the stadium here. Nope. What a movement from the inner pillar to the outer wall and straight to the ring.
I mean, beautiful movement coming out. I didn't see anyone getting close to contesting. Nice and high on the wall. Goes onto the outer side. Jumps off. Has a free net. That save time was just a little bit off. Opa able to find themselves the first 3 points of the series and a great lead.
Impressive, no doubt. We've seen Opa get a great start in this first game, and now they can show it with the points as well. The tally on the mark, that is 3 points. And I'll tell you what, Excel, that's the most points we've seen on one team so far today.
Well, I mean, obviously, you go back to that age-old question of, do you shoot for the ones? Do you go for those threes, maybe even those fives? And, I mean, earlier, we've seen the answer all be ones pretty much the entire day, but we are seeing our first 3-pointer go in, and it just puts so much pressure on the other team. But Opa's continuing to do it. They keep going down the rink, and Pigeon tries to save his team from defeat, but it is finally going to be enough. Can't quite get the ball as Opa does continue to hold on to possession. Lua is trying his best to get out of this corner. So many people, so little time, but UKIT's able to get the ball. This could be a game winner here as they do continue around the rink. 2 points could be getting shot for as Lua is able to get the ball.
Oh, this could be it. Low wide, just one defender to beat here. Goes from the outer side back to the inner.
Oh.
Oh, hitting them with the change up, the roller skate from forward to back, and eventually finding the ring. There you have it. Team Opa Opa with the game 1 victory.
I mean, we saw a complete reversal come from what we expected at the very beginning of this series. We saw how Gang was just so dominant with the possession. Opa Opa couldn't get a thing, and then like a switch flipped. Opa Opa was able to get the ball, fly around the rink, and completely beat out any defenders, even getting a chance to get that ball.
And we saw from Team Gang, like you talk about getting a chance to get the ball. Grayley Pigeon was chasing the ball handler and did connect on a tackle as well, but they just never recovered the ball, right? Getting that connection, getting that tackle. Unfortunately, as the defense is only half the battle, you've got to have either yourself or a teammate to pick up that ball and start a possession of yourselves. Otherwise, it was Opa Opa to, as you said, mid-game, find that streak and continue that momentum. So great work from this team to get their first win here, Excel. Certainly, they'll be looking to take that momentum into game 2.
I mean, yeah, all esports, especially a game like Roller Champions, heavily depend on that momentum to go through. I mean, I've come back in enough games of Roller Champions, Rocket League, Valorant, whatever esport you're playing at the time. So if you've got the vibes, you've got the teamwork, the coordination, just kind of that chemistry and the good energy, you can come through almost any kind of skill deficit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's also what I think attracts us and so many people to Roller Champions is momentum absolutely a thing, but the flip that can be switched at a moment is so amazing to see. And when you start to see a team go from 2 laps completed to 3, that's that nail-biting moment where, wow, the game really is on the line at any moment. So impressive to see that consistency take shape for Team Opa Opa, as they certainly want to look like the team to beat, as it has been from the start from the Chiefs, as they 2-0 in their first match. We're still getting ready to get in that game number 2. And any surprise showings, I'll ask that for UXL, because for me, right, I have my eyes on Loweye. I think this was a player that definitely hit their expectations, but is anyone missing your expectations right now? Is anyone exceeding them?
Only thing I could kind of say into missing expectations, I was expecting just a little bit more from my play hood. I didn't see any kind of crazy play coming out towards there, but I would like to, first and foremost say I was right. Opa Opa's winning for sure, 100%. But actually, I do have a question for you, Pyro.
Yeah.
What do you think is better, Chiefs or this peak performance Opa Opa that we saw last game?
That's tough, because in my mind, the Chiefs didn't only command control in their last match, they did it against Character and Doma. And, I am biased in the players that I know, and that is, for the most part, Character and Doma. But I'd be remiss to not mention their dominance in their region. Like they, in NA, just played so well and at times could just command everything. So for me to see the Chiefs play as well as they did against Sungjin Woo, I feel like I still take them in terms of the possession they had and everything. For now, for me, Opa Opa, although they had such a great streak in the back half of game number 1, it wasn't consistent throughout the whole game. So maybe, at the end of this series, I could still put them over the top of the Chiefs if I see that same kind of dominance in game number 2. But because very well, it could have just been them getting the skates oiled. Getting ready, getting set, and then finding that groove as a team. But we could just as easily see that rebound from Team Gang, which, I'm ready for this best of 3 to take it to game 3,
I actually am ready for a best of 3. We haven't seen one yet, and as always, it's a great thing to see. But an interesting point was brought up there, as you can, kind of tell adaptation is just so important when it comes to these games. When it comes to esports, you always have the kind of idea of, okay, I'm going to see how they play, what they're going to do, and try my best to adapt to it. Because you can have, when it comes to a game like Valorant, you can have as many set strategies you want. Rocket League, you can practice your rotations every single day. But you always got to be able to react and change to the players you're playing against.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, let's look into that a little bit deeper, right? So for Team Gang, adaptations that may need to be made. There's so many strategies that you really can employ. I would say from a defensive perspective, maybe there are some changes to be made. We saw from moments of Opa Opa where they just went gate after gate, lap after lap with almost no contention, right? And so if there's maybe too much spacing from the team or there's too much complacency, right? When I want to say when Opa Opa was finishing their second lap, they could have went for the 3-pointer and there was someone guarding the ring for that. But they also just went for that third lap and it was almost too easy to do that. So starting to maybe meet them at these awkward decision-making scenarios of saying, you know what, you could start this third lap for free, but I'm not going to let you. I am actually going to do like maybe a quick tackle and then retreat back to the ring. I want to see maybe those more risky decisions made from Team Gang.
I mean, absolutely. And Team Gang kind of does fall into an interesting decision that you see a lot in games of Roller Champions. Getting the net open is worth more than just scoring. When it comes to like just a pure game theory idea, right? You add more pressure onto the other team because you always have that threat open. The net is always open. It's always ready to be shot on. Just the second that you get around that link, get around that corner, get around that area, and now you have an entirely new threat to watch. Whether you continue on your 3, continue on your 5-point attempt, either way, if something goes south, you can always just ditch it, hightail around, get your ball all the way over to the other side, and you have a free net. It's just so much to do.
It really is. I think you bring up a really good point with game theory in the sense that, like, there's always that high in terms of applying pressure, right? Leaving that ring open or getting an open ring, that's going to apply a lot of pressure. Racking up the gates, racking up a lap or 2, and then, finishing that second lap and then starting to move backwards. It's like, play a little holder, champions. Why not? Because we have the pressure on you right now. It's on you to come to us. And then when we bait that out, we can expose that vulnerability, take the lanes where needed, and start crashing through some more gates. So that idea of pressure mounting onto a team and forcing them into awkward decisions, I think is a great point to make. And I haven't seen a lot of teams toying with that as much. It seems more with these kind of randomly selected teams, they're more driven to, okay, we finished lap 1. Let's keep going. Let's do lap 2. Okay, let's do lap 3, right? There's no toying with a possession as much here as maybe I'd like to see, but I wouldn't say completely unexpected, as again, these are just makeshift drafted teams.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. And speaking of tempting, you want to keep going around that rink. It's just you have those points ever so close within your grasp, and it's so easy to go, okay, yeah, might as well, let's go for it. And you can lose games off of that. I've lost games off of that.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see if any other games are lost in a similar fashion there, Excel, as it sounds like we're all good to take a break before hopping into game number 2. Folks, we'll be continuing with Team Gang versus Team Opa Opa in just a moment.
Until the night is done, slowly, no. Our time has just begun in love.
Asian persuasion. This happens often, but ain't basic occasionally. I turn that 1-on-1 to 3, it's amazing. I came up from nothing and hit the lotto like it's the motto. We with different models with different problems and gifted bottles. We got 50 bottles and nails is polished. It's from Chicago. When we from the projects, projected to never see a dollar.
New world. All the bad boys in the room, girl. It's a new world. Yeah, we coming up. Yeah, we coming up. Hey, we just wanna live. I'm about to come on with the click. It's a new world. Yeah, we coming up. Yeah, we coming up.
I feel fantastic because I'm classy. I shake my ass because I'm so damn sexy. Oh, I'm so nasty, and you're all plastic. But you don't have to go because I'm alright. I'm okay. Life is way too short to hate, so let's be friends tonight. I'm alright, alright, alright. My life's bombastic, I feel orgasmic. I shake my ass for you, I bring the magic. Oh, I'm so nasty, you're all romantic. But you don't have to go because I'm alright, I'm okay. Life is way too short to hate, so let's be friends tonight. I'm alright, alright, alright.
Oh, all right, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks so much for waiting around here. We're mid-series in one of the first matchups of the bracket here between Opa Opa and Gang. You can see the players that have been drafted for each team already. My name is Pyro J. I'm here with Excel. Excel, we just saw, Opa Opa win that game number 1. It was a real shift in momentum. They kind of took over the game and won in commanding fashion. Gotta see if they could do that again here in game number 2.
I mean, yeah, we really saw that kind of switch in momentum there towards the end. You know, it was almost like a switch flipped. Opa Opa started just flying around the rink, and I really want to talk about their use of momentum, the way they was able to use the walls to, kind of fly around the map. And I saw very, very few tackles and a lot of uncontested space. I don't know if that was due to Opa Opa getting places faster than Gang could get there, or if Gang was just leaving holes in their defense.
Give credit where it's due as well. While we did see few tackles, there were some moments from Grayley Pigeon out of Team Gang that were able to make those tackles connect, but transfer possession was even fewer to find on the court. So let's see if we get a little bit more change of possession, a little bit more tackling, a little bit of flip-flop here as we get into game number 2 of our upper semifinals. Opa Opa 1 game win away from victory.
We're going to see Opa Opa already gets that possession. They're far away from the reset line, and Pigeon's trying to make him farther. Nope, is able to get around the corner. Just try to take a long way around, and he's able to take kind of close towards that reset line. Does go under, gets the reset, gets a pass all the way over to Luca, and it is going to be a bit of a free ball for Opa Opa.
Yeah, I'm digging this here from Loai, using that all that negative space. But once you see that dive, you know that upwards pass is happening. So gets it out immediately over to Nope, who uses that negative space again. And look at that, almost a free lane to this third lane. So third gate, excuse me. So already starting to see that patient play come out here from Opa Opa.
It's kind of a direct change to what we saw last game, but we're seeing a lot of reversals, a lot of counterplay, and ooh, that was close, a little too close for comfort, as we almost saw somebody get their head taken off, and it is enough. Gravity Pigeon does find the ball and is able to get just a little bit more space for Gang here, as he's going to be trying to make his way to the reset line. Does get tackled, and the ball finds its way right back to Opa Opa. Quick transfer of possession, as Gang does once again have a little bit of possession to play with, and we're kind of just sitting dead center in the middle of the lane here.
Oh boy. But we do have that fourth gate through, and now it is up to Tepa to maybe get the shot to go, but it's just not going to happen. And XO, we're seeing that first lane through the first few gates, not too bad, right? But as soon as you get through that fourth gate, man, does the defense pop off.
I mean, absolutely. At a certain point, you're going to have to ask when one pointer is just going to be taken. We see a lot of, people hesitating on this lane, and that's really something you cannot do. If you have the ball and you're hesitating in front of the net, you are a huge target. Everybody is going to be trying to bum rush you, trying to, because you actually do move slower when you're charging up a shot. So you are kind of free pickings there. And it's very important to try to have your teammates clear a path, get some kind of goal, or shoot from farther away, or at the very least shoot in the air. I'm not seeing a whole ton of that from either team, but we are getting a nice little passing play coming out from Gang as they do make their way past the second checkpoint, possibly into the third, but they're going to be taking their time trying to get something. Into the bowl they go, and they do get a tackle, able to recover, but they have lost their possession. Opa Opa gets the ball in a bit of a breakaway as they are going to make themselves to the reset line.
God, that second bowl can be so difficult to get through. We're still seeing that, and we'll see it in the first bowl here as well. It's clear, I think, that vertical play has been a tremendous advantage for some of these teams, and more often than not, when those tackles occur, when those transfers happen, it's when the defense is ready to poach them when they do come down, because eventually these skaters, gravity's going to take them exactly there. But Grayley Pigeon finds their way through the first lap, and wow, this is the first time that ring is really open to take a shot. They don't take it, and they'll be punished for it.
We're rounding this 3-minute mark. At some point, someone's got to go, okay, you know what? I'm good with one. Give up that possession, because we are seeing a lot of defensive play. We're not seeing any huge, turns of possession, or excuse me, any huge runs for the goal. So at a certain point, I'm okay with giving up possession if I do get myself on that board. You add that pressure, and I'm fairly confident I could, defend those 3-pointers if I'm in one of these teams' shoes.
Well, we'll see if we get any 3-point opportunities again. It's just been few and far between that we see this, even the fourth gate open and then get to the ring itself. So more tackles to be found. We asked for maybe some changes in momentum and transfer of possessions. And I'll tell you what, Excel, we're certainly getting it.
I mean, absolutely. A huck all the way down the lane is going to be missed. Opa unable to get themselves the ball back, as Nope is going to be trying his best to get this ball. Goes a little too high, as Pigeon is going to be able to pick it up. Might go the wrong way, but no, he's going to pass it over a teammate. Does pass all the way over. It's a missed pass, and the ball's floating in the air, trying their best as it does finally get picked up. And, honestly, Opa just needs to find an opening to get out of the bind they're in.
A little bit of maybe cleared comms as well. We talked about how important communication is, and no matter what esport you're competing in, but especially roller champions, because when you commit to a mag pass, you've got to make sure that player is ready for it and commits to it as well. Doesn't round the bend past a pillar where the mag pass is just going to go loose. So communication definitely has to be effective, even in these sort of randomly drafted teams. Communication, hey, not needed when you're just doing self passes here. Team Opa Opa, along with UKIT, is just trying to hold on to this ball. Maybe did it themselves too much, but actually recovers the ball themselves, and they'll get to start this lap once again.
I'd actually like to pull attention there. Somebody was on that ball from Gang. They were ready to land on it, but a player from Opa Opa was able to get a mid-air tackle, cancel them out of that. They didn't have the momentum to make it to the ball, and they were able to recover. Opa Opa, though, could be trying to, go the wrong way, take the long way to the reset line, as Nope does make his way along, trying his best to juke out, but Pigeon shuts him down, gets the ball, and he's trying his best to find a teammate. Could wrap around, does break the legs of Opa Opa, and, everybody just can't get anything going. We're seeing a dead standstill with just a minute left on the clock.
Defense is huge. You got to commend these skaters for their readability of the play. Sometimes you don't want to play the ball handler. You want to play where the ball handler is going to be or where they're going to pass it. And they know the hot lanes as well. They know as a skater on the attack where you want to be to position yourself for a good pass and how to intercept that. So the defense from both teams really proving themselves just with the knowledge of the game. But how about this? Fourth gate, so close, pixels away from Opa Opa, clearing that fourth gate and getting a chance for a 1-pointer that certainly a team's going to take if they get the chance. And speaking of a chance, Gang might have that around the outer bowl here for the second one. We have Greatly Pigeon with the ball. Fourth gate right there. Mag pass over. One defender to beat here. And it's up and it's good. Team Gang take their lead.
Beautifully played by Gang. You can see Tape trying his best to take the time. If you shoot that ball a millisecond too early, you're just giving away possession, ruining all of your hard work. But Tape cuts back, doesn't want to push too far, doesn't want to commit to anything, and he just slots that right in. Beautiful shot coming out from Gang. And 35 seconds left. It's definitely doable, but it's really not looking great for Opa Opa.
It's really not. I mean, here, if you're Opa Opa, you can close out the series with a lead, but how do you get that lead, right? In this first 30 seconds, it might just be about committing to a 1-pointer, but in order to commit to that, you've got to get past that first gate. That's exactly what they'll do here. High mag pass back and over to their teammate as they maneuver in reverse. It's going to be this possession that they commit to as seconds dwindle down on the clock. Is it a last chance here? Awkward maneuvering here around the ball with Low-Eye. It's out off the ball, and they've got to pick this up. They certainly do. They might just get one last chance here for Opa Opa.
You've got to be kidding me. Loai was just stuck in that bowl. No momentum, no passes, no help when he's able to come out alive with the ball. We are on this last chance here. Keep in mind, folks, Opa Opa does have to get a point in order to stay in this game, try to get themselves this win right now. And they've got 3 skaters to make through. One self pass all the way up. Could get a pass on the bowl, and this could be huge. This could be it. Everybody's overcommitted in the pass lane, and it's just a free shot. They should be able to tie it up, and that's going to be beautiful. Nope. Cleans it up. Opa Opa is able to find themselves in a beautiful spot, tying themselves up and going to overtime.
This is what the last chance is all about in Roller Champions. You get one final effort to make a point happen, and there you have it. They got it. So Opa Opa extending this game to really as long as it possibly could go for. And they're keeping the pressure high. They're making the stakes feel even greater. Low-Eye, though, could make the game end very quickly here with one possession around the ring. Let's see if they can do it. Oh,
Pigeon's able to find that tackle. Beautiful stuff, keeping his team alive. A nice little boost coming out. U-Kick coming up from behind, unable to find the tackle, but he's dead in the water. Pigeon needs help. He needs help now, trying to get over to Tape, but Lua is able to find that in time, shuts it down, able to keep the ball, and Opa Opa has possession, gets past the reset, and they've got options here. It could be going around the long way, trying to get something as the ball does get stuck in this ball. No one's able to find anything as Pigeon does get that ball up one more time. Gang trying their best to get some kind of breakaway, and we're still dead set in this first bowl. No one's able to make any progress, and Opa Opa finds themselves with possession at the end of this little skedaddle.
And it's almost not surprising to see. I mean, this has been a majority of the game having trouble getting through this first gate, but suddenly we're already through it. We can take the shot now if we really wanted to from Opa Opa. That's exactly what they'll do. But we see a denial right there in front of it. It is I Play Hood, perfectly positioned to cut off the shot.
You got to be more careful there, but Opa Opa could fix past wrongs. They do have another shot to try to open as the gate does open up. Tackle comes through, and that's going to be enough. Opa Opa wins themselves the series with a great little shot from the other side of the net. I mean, beautifully played.
How about it? Opa, they score off the last chance. They get that overtime victory and they close out the series. Team Gang thought they had it in the bag, at least at game 3, but this is Roller Champions, folks. Anything can happen, and this team of Noptenul, Lowai, and UKIT are certainly some to beat.
I mean, you said it here at first. Great play coming out from both these teams. Opa doing a phenomenal job coming on top, folks. Well, don't go anywhere quite yet. We got another great game coming up for you in just a second. I do believe we do have Opa versus the Chiefs. Great game coming up. So definitely stay tuned for that. I've been Excel. It's going to do it for me today. But definitely stick around and we'll see you soon.
You say, tell me something that I ain't heard. I'm gon' do it how we do it, like I do it. I'm gon' do it like I ain't scared to let go. I ain't scared to say no. I ain't scared. Can't stop, so let's go. I like it when you do it like that. You like it when I do it like that. And I love when we move it like that. Ain't nobody else do it like that. I like it when you do it like that. You like it when I bring it right back. Watch me now. Don't stop me now. I'm gon' do it how we do it, like I do it. I'm gon' do it. Watch me now. Don't stop me now. I'm gon' do it how we do it, like I do it. I'm gon' do it like that. Yeah, I like it when you do it like that. Know exactly what you're thinking when I do it like that. Pin it right back, gonna be so fat. Keep the bass real low, I keep it just like that. Yeah, I do it. You never do it. I pick it up and throw it right back when I get into it. 'Cause there's no holding back when I break through it. Better hurry up and get it. When I do, you won't forget it. I like it when you do it like that. You like it when I do it like that. And I love when we move it like that. Ain't nobody else do it like that. I like it when you do it like that. You like it when I bring it right back. And I love when we do it like that. Ain't nobody else do it like that. I like it when you do it like that. You like it when I do it like that. And I love when we do it like that. Ain't nobody else do it like that. Walk into the room, I can't help stop and stare. Show me what you got. I hope you came prepared right there. 'Cause when you're messing with someone like me, get in check. 'Cause there's no way that I'm gonna leave till I get that thing, that edge that makes me cool like crazy. That fire desire that's lit, no if, no buts, no maybes. It's what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. What I want. This is what I want. That thing, that bling, that thing that makes me cool like crazy. Makes me cool like crazy. Makes me cool like crazy. Let me break it down. It's a material world, but I'll tell you now, I can be your girl. If you give me the thing that I want, what is that? And I'll give everything that I got. Wanna get that thing, that bling, that edge that makes me cool like crazy. That fire desire that's lit, no if, no buts, no maybes. It's what I want. This is what I
I want. What I want. This is what I want. That thing, that bling, that ting, that makes me cool like crazy.
I'm still around to love? What if I'm still looking for that love, the love that heats my blood? I can see right through you when there's nothing on the other side. I fight with these thoughts every night. If I'm a good lover after the rush, lost travel can't get home. I'm just a girl with a microphone. Lost travel can't get home. I'm just a girl with a microphone. Singing moon chasing, satellite racing. Show me those electric bones. Moon chasing, satellite racing. Show me those electric bones. And I can't swim, but I'm not sinking. I'm simple, I'm not overthinking it. Moon chasing, satellite racing. Show me those electric bones.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Pyro J, and I'm here with Hail Monkey Man. We are continuing the action today for the Roller Champions. Our two winners so far, Team Chiefs and Team Opa Opa. Hail Monkey Man are getting ready to take the stage, and the winner moves on to the grand finals.
Let's talk about this too, because Sungjin Woo, we had such high hopes for, and they're now down there with Team Gang, and it's going to be an unstreamed match in that lower semifinal happening the same time as this upper final. Still best of three, but Team Opa Opa, they had to come back at the end of that game. They got that tie in game number 2, and then we're able to get that comeback. We're going to hit this one over into Dragon Temple, and Team Chiefs, a much more stout and authoritative offender against Team Sungjin Woo, whereas Opa Opa, I think they may be coming up against it with the squad.
You've got that staunch, consistent team that you mentioned of the Chiefs versus a team of Opa Opa who just has that clutch factor, which you mentioned as well. But I'm going to name it the clutch factor because it wasn't just in game 2 that they had to score a 1-pointer on last chance to take it to overtime and then score then. It was also game number 1 where they were beaten and battered in the first half, but in the back half came back in an excellent way. So Opa Opa very much to me seems like a team where if they have a clear objective and want to name that early on, they will succeed.
And I think the biggest difference here too is also going to be early possession, because I think the first couple of minutes really define like the tone of the game, and that was really asserted by Chiefs, especially in their previous semifinal matchup. But I'm not going to speak of the past too much longer, because obviously the current present situation is thus: you win this series, you're going to have a seat in the grand finals, and you're going to get to see everyone else trying to vie for that same fight and fighting back down into the lower finals. And it will be best of 5 ahead of us. Dennis, who has been able to head and captain the ship here for the Chiefs, looking for a chance to be able to toss this over into Sinez. And that goes into traffic as well. Ends up being picked out of them as Opa Opa already. Just beyond the first minute, they're really able to get these big takeaways.
Yeah, those takeaways are important. We talked about how that first possession, that early possession, is going to help teams really settle in and get a groove along the track here with their skates, but also just find a groove with their team, start to build that chemistry game by game, match by match. And certainly as Loai kind of dives in and commits to this high pass on the other end, you see how they trust each other, but sometimes trust isn't enough.
Faith, trust, pixie dust. And then you have to have a little bit of magic on the back end to really get some of these plays to happen, especially with how tough you talked about it being staunch, how very resistant these defenses have existed. We haven't had high scoring games for the majority of what we've seen here today on stream. And they've seen a couple breakaway opportunities. This one was just beginning into the bowl, but loose ball and just hand over fist. It's become fist fight at these early connections. And then they just try to spread this rink. Yeah. So that first gate's open. Let's see what we're going to be able to see at checkpoint number 2.
And it gives Synex that ability to watch the entire court, see, okay, what passing option do I want to commit to here? Of course, with that tackle, their possession is going to be reset. And how about removed as well? Loai comes up with the ball right back to Dennis here. We can't even stick on one team for a moment. And why would you want to stick in one moment for too long here? This is Roller Champions. We're going to be skating around this rink as quickly as can be. Dennis with a couple self passes here out around the second bowl, still yet to get through that first gate. A couple passing options that they're going to take. Comes around around that first bull, and it is Sainez who comes from the outer to the inner, and that gate is finally open on the ring, on the circle, and they are not going to take it. The second lap is now the objective.
This is coming at a high premium. Rayo looking over to Dennis, and they're able to get that toss, and that's actually the fourth and final gate. Now as they look for this +3, and they're going to go for that shot, and they're going to get it as our first multi-goal of the day finally gets lined up the right way here. Pyro, they just went for the risky play, but they came out with a biscuit.
3 points for the Chiefs, and 3 points well earned. This is one of the first times that it hasn't been late in the game where a team will commit to a second lap point accrual there. So credit due to the Chiefs taking the points where they can get. This applies a incredible amount of pressure to Team Opa Opa, but Monkey Man, if we mention one thing about Opa Opa is sometimes they work best from having to make that comeback a reality.
It's a strange beast that wants to be burdened with a disadvantaged, but sometimes that's, you watch Goku and he fights until he's basically about to die, and then he's able to come back and be the hero. Maybe Opa Opa has a little bit of that Super Saiyan in them, but right now they're being led by the nose, as you do get the Chiefs who continue to be much more in control of these games and series with another big breakaway. They could be able to either get a fourth here, or they could work to go and get themselves a fifth. A nice dodge as Dennis is under some pressure from behind and looking for a connection interior. Rayo, they're looking for the kill shot. They actually have turned this all the way around to 3, and 6 points could be in their very near future, and that's going to run through. They take game number 1 with a couple threes.
How about it? Sainez is going to be our closer here for the Chiefs as they get 2 3-pointers to make a 6-0 run in the upper bracket. That is game number 1 in the bag for the Chiefs.
That was a wild pass, too. You got to see the player fall to their back. They kind of reverse dunk it to the ground. That hits the wall and arcs to the next succeeding player. And then that ends up being a roller that sticks to the wall and goes through. So congrats. Game 1 for the team, for the Chiefs right now. And Opa Opa, well, they just really weren't able to get themselves too much more than what? It was like the first minute or so. There was only 2 tosses, 2 shots in this game. Both of them went over to the Chiefs, and they actually had lesser possession, but they made the most of it.
Yeah. Feels like it's up to the opposition of Opa Opa as to whether they can be rattled or not. What we've seen proven by Opa Opa is their disruption tactics, whether it comes in the form of tackles or it comes kind of in the form of these long-standing possessions and holding onto the ball and putting the pressure on the other team, and how they can shake their opponents. But the Chiefs are unshaken. They were the ones holding the ball at a lot of times, going into the reverse direction just to set up for that second gate. Say, okay, let's wait till a passing option opens up. Let's see all the field. Let's get our vision expanded here for all the opportunities that we can take. I think we're looking at a team like the Chiefs who are very opportune in the sense that they're going to create any avenue for success for themselves and take the best route. So an optimized team, an unshaken team is a squad of the Chiefs that we're looking at here.
Yeah, the Chiefs, they look so measured, and they've really been able to run around, not only with Dennis being very physical, but the same from Sainez. Rayo, I think, has kind of been more of a glue piece for them being able to kind of really network between the two. And then otherwise, I saw a lot of UKIT, and then I didn't see much else. I mean, we obviously know that you got Loai as well as Nope that's able to really kind of be influential offensively. I think it was Nope that was coming out huge in that previous game setup, but UKIT, I mean, they really, I mean, you on the other side of this draft, because of the way they kind of were able to pick everyone up, they still have a much more balanced, I think, set piece. I think that really is kind of showcasing what drafts can do to teams. Team Chiefs, much the same, but just a little bit stronger, especially kind of you have some of that legacy value that comes between both Dennis and Rayo. So we're going to be going to game number 2 here momentarily. And of course, we're going to be looking for some of those results that may be coming out from the side of Sungjin Woo and Team Gang. Let's run theoreticals while we have a moment before the next one. Yeah. So Sungjin Woo, are they your expected winner from that one, or is that what kind of hints did we get from the previous 2 semis?
So my bias says, yeah, Sung Jin Woo are absolutely the favorites. You got Character and Dome on a team together, of course, but
Right.
I got to take a dose of reality as well. Like what I saw at a Team Gang in the last matchup was great. I Play Hood came out in a big way on some defensive performances around the ring, right? We think of Character and Doma, a couple of them great shooters, great closers. But when you have a team of Team Gang with players like I Play Hood being able to make those saves, it's just going to be a clash of titans in the lower bracket, right? That's not what you expect in the lower bracket. You expect, okay, these are the teams that are losing, but you just have 6 great players there. So, I want to call Sung Jin Woo the favorites, of course, but having seen what I've seen, I could totally see Gang moving on.
Well, they're going to get a chance to see if one of these teams is moving on. And my goodness, there's frames, people. There's frames as we go to game number 2. And this is what you've been hoping for the entire time. Shout out to the production. We've been able to find at least a fixed action for right now. And it looks pretty darn sweet considering what we've got. So, Team Opa Opa. We're going to be looking for the fight back there still in blue. And they had a great early possession in game number 1. I want to see if they can be able to find profit off of that as they start with a rock.
I mean, they can see the field now, so
You
probably no. Of course, they've been playing on their own setup, but they're playing with a good setup here as well. Loweye seeing that 1-pointer available and saying, yeah, maybe later. It's Yukin, a player we saw plenty of in the last matchup, and especially coming out big in some of these shot-taking opportunities. It's just going to be themselves moving around for the second lap, crashes through that first gate. They've got that opportunity available to take the shot, but it's on the outer side of the first pole of Nope coming around, and it's coming down maybe to this quick 3-lap play. Dennis comes out of nowhere, crashes in, and destroys the hopes and dreams of Opa Opa.
That was made possible because of a bit of hubris, not because they're being too cocky with it, but they had done the same play to get themselves that kind of possession 3 times. And the third time was the charm that Team Chiefs needed to finally get the read. And it was rough because when they were going for the fake out, they'd done that twice. And then finally they get slapped for it. And it was actually a very aggressive defense that was out of Opa, or rather from Chiefs. But Opa was getting away with it. Now the 3-pointer set up in the opposite direction. They said, you can set up for a 5, so can we.
How about that second lane taken for free? Team Boost is going to give Rayo a ton of height there on that play. Rayo comes right back to sign, as we know this player as the closer, trying to close it down here, and does just that. The 3-lapper from Opa Opa is contested by that exactly of the Chiefs as they take a 5-pointer.
Wow. Okay. So one good try deserves another, but the one by the Chiefs actually gets accomplished. So able to get this one all wrapped up and pretty with a bow, a swift sweep here in best of 3 fashion, and not exactly the land speed record that we have seen out of the Golden Boys a bit before. Shout out long term, my goodness. But how do you think about that one too? Your Opa Opa, you just don't get the chance to make use of a 5-shot, and then it's just spun right back at you.
It's the duality of roller champions. I mean, it feels like offense and defense are sometimes so different, but in a lot of ways, they're the same, right? You mentioned the defensive caliber of the Chiefs to be able to read the play that occurred again. Mm-hmm. They understand what it's like to have those tendencies for a ball handler to kind of hang around that inner pillar, looking at the final lane of the court. Right. And so they read that. They took it away and said, you know what? I'm not going to be as readable on my 3-lap attempt. We're going to make sure there's a variety of play. We're going to keep things quick, keep them swift moving, and just stay one skate ahead. I think it's really impressive what we saw from the Chiefs in both games, but this is a squad of confidence. We talked about how strong they are and consistent, and boy, was that proven in these 2 games.
Very true. But we're going to be seeing how Opa Opa can be able to bounce back coming up here in just a little bit. Team Opa Opa, in case you guys were sad, they're not bad and they're not going anywhere. They're going to be facing against the winner of Sungjin Woo versus Team Gang. We'll be seeing who that is after a short break. Make sure you guys give some love, give a follow, and give just all of the credit, especially to the fix actions that have been going on in the background, to the glorious Esports that's able to give you all the love. The RC Six Man's Season 5 invitation will be back in just a moment.
I think you're gonna wanna see this. I know you're not gonna believe this. Transcendent from another planet. Single-handed wins a game just like we planned it. I think you're gonna wanna see this. Watch, watch, watch me now. Make it say ooh, make it say wow. Watch, watch, watch me now. Watch, watch, watch me now. Make it say ooh, make it say wow. Watch, watch, watch me now. You're gonna see what everybody's talking about. Don't blink, don't close your eyes. Can you see it now? Visualize. No question, looking like a legend. Best of the best of the best. Yeah, I said it. Don't blink, don't close your eyes. Watch, watch, watch me now. Make it say ooh, make it say wow. Watch, watch, watch me now. You're gonna see what everybody's talking about. Watch, watch, watch me now. Make it say ooh, make it say wow. Watch, watch, watch me now. You're gonna see what everybody's talking about. I think you're gonna wanna see this. I know you're not gonna
TV queen, folk girl hero in a magazine, faking the truth in a new pop song. Don't you wanna sing along? Say it to the radio, say it to the radio, say it to the radio. 3.30, say it to the radio, say it to the radio, say it to the radio. 3.30. Highway blues and gasoline fumes. It's all I seem to make while I'm playing my tunes. I know the rules, I asked for it too, but I just keep on yelling, keep on running, never stopping. Do you got the moves to make it stick, yeah? To get the clicks, yeah? Technically, your every move, can ya keep 'em coming? Like a machine, yeah. Be your blue jean, yeah. What can we do to get you on the news? Say it to the radio, say it to the radio, say it to the radio. 3.30, say it to the radio, say it to the radio, say it to the radio. 3.30, say it to the radio. Wait till they forget you though. Say it to the radio. 3.30, say it to the radio, say it to the radio, say it to the radio. 3.30.
Here we go, girls. Watch me for 1 second. This is gonna be great. 6, 7, 8. One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. Here we go, girls. One thing off, take one thing off. One thing off. Start the verse. Take it off and let it go. You don't need it anymore. Shake that shit and double down. Bump and grind, yo, kid him, yo. Hold your tongue, but don't hold back. Ball so hard you can't go back. Shimmy, shimmy, what Coco say? Naked is a better way. One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. First your shirt and then your pants. One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. Now shut your mouth and dance. Glitter in my eyelash glue. Stick to me and I'll stick to you. Ba-da-ba, you know where I've been. Don't need to try, just let the beat win. Booty, cutie, double D. I like girls and they like me, so unwrap me like bubble gum. 'Cause skin on skin is much more fun. One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. And then drink because you done it. One thing off, take one thing off. One thing off. Now shut your mouth and dance. Jelly belly, chicken wing, underdog, step in the ring. The night's too hot to put it on. Good golly, Miss Money, yes, freak on. Twerk it, work it, yodeling. Case your eyes, don't win, just play. Strip like Boga, dealer's choice. Raise your glass and raise your voice. Unhook, unbutton, inhibit your inhibition. Take your cherry off the top. Strip on Sundays, make it hot. Don't need to be trimmed, just skinny dip. Pick up, throw down, let it rip. Wind up, time's up, dribble, shoot. Revel in your birthday suit. Strip yourself of attitude. Don't care what they think of you. Just be a peach without the pit. Throw 'em back and let me hear. One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. Trust me, less is more, okay? One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. Now shut your mouth and dance. One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. Let me hear you say. One thing off, take one thing off. One thing off. Now shut your mouth and dance. One thing off, take one thing off. One thing off. Leave it, you don't like it. One thing off, take one thing off. One thing off. Now shut your mouth and dance.
You chain me up, still speculating, never enough. But you know, see, I'm unrestrainable, I'm uncontainable. Any moment, I'll have you begging, don't turn your back. Oh, can't you see that I'm untamable? see me as a threat. Pushing me, keep pushing to the edge. You keep calling me a psycho. Got it in my head, careful what you say. Think you might be right though. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You keep calling me a psycho. Thought that I was scared, but I can't pretend. Think you might be right though. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You won't stop me, don't bother trying, never enough. Cause when I see I'm unrestrainable, I'm uncontainable. I always search for light and darkness. You'll never think I'm weak, cause I'm untamable, I'm unmistakable. I'm hearing it all, I hear it in my head. Whispering, they're whispering again. Hearing it all, they see me as a threat. Pushing me, keep pushing to the edge. You keep calling me a psycho. Got it in my head, careful what you say. Think you might be right though. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You keep calling me a psycho. Thought that I was scared, but I can't pretend. Think you might be right though. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You make me a psycho, a psycho. Hearing it all, I hear it in my head. Whispering, they're whispering again. Hearing it all, they see me as a threat. Pushing me, keep pushing to the edge. You keep calling me a psycho. Got it in my head, careful what you say. Think you might be right though. You make me a psycho, a psycho. You keep calling me a psycho. Thought that I was scared, but I can't pretend. Think you might be right though. You make me a psycho, a psycho. They all want my honey. They all want my honey.
My name has gotten so big it's getting dangerous, dangerous. And the taste is oh so sweet, but it's poisonous. I glitter gold, I look real nice, but you should know, if you get too close, you cannot hold me responsible. I can hear them talk up and down the block. They're saying tick, tick, tock, cause I'm about to blow up. They all want my honey, they want a piece of me. They all want my honey, cause baby I'm the queen bee. I can cut through you, I'm a diamond, diamond, and I'm the lightning in the hurricane that keeps winding. I can hear them talk up and down the block. They're saying tick, tick, tock, cause I'm about to blow up. They all want my honey, they want a piece of me. They all want my honey, cause baby I'm the queen bee. Baby I'm the queen bee.
where the wind blows. I can walk you through the white snow, and I can make it rain fire. I can make it burn higher. I can hear them talk up and down the block, up and down the block. They're saying tick, tick, tock, tick, tock, 'cause I'm about to blow up, 'cause I'm about to blow up. They all want my heart, they want a piece of me, they want a piece of me. They all want my heart, 'cause baby I'm the queen bee. They all want my heart, they want a piece of me. They all want my heart, 'cause baby I'm the queen bee. Baby I'm the queen bee. That's what they want. They all want my. Think you got fire?
Welcome back, everyone. It's time to get ready for the lower finals here for the RC Six-Man Season 5 Invitational. I am Hail Monkey Man in the booth alongside Zan, as Zan will be replacing Pyro, at least for the duration of the rest of this competition. Zan, I have been told you are the smartest person in these United States, that you have all knowledge at all times, everywhere, at a premium of us being able to hear your lovely voice. How do you feel about what we've seen today, looking into this bracket, about this matchup in particular, especially because Opa just got hard swept, hard beat by the Chiefs?
You know, I feel like you're giving me a little bit too much credit there, Mr. Hail Monkey Man.
Sure.
But just a little bit. I don't know that much, but I will say that I've been loving the competition today. It's been just very, very head-to-head close matches. I mean, it seems to be very similar from all the rest of the tournaments, as in, like, we're seeing a lot of 2-0s, so it's been somewhat quick of matches. I mean, it's been a little long dealing with all the technical difficulties, but overall, I mean, you can't go wrong with this amazing casting and this amazing gameplay. I mean, it's just been really good. But coming into this match, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen between the two teams, because it seems like it's going to be a really tough matchup between Team JSL and Team Opa coming back winning against Team Gang.
Yeah, Sung Jin Woo was able to beat Team Gang and Des a little bit ago, sent them down to a 2-0. And yeah, you've been talking about it. That's a hard sweeps all the way around. This time around, get to see if Sung Jin Woo can continue through and maybe get a rematch. Actually, both these teams would have a chance to get a rematch against the Chiefs if that were to occur. In orange will be Sung Jin Woo. In blue will be Team Opa. It is about survival of the fittest, the fastest, and of course, we're going to have a quick restart. I believe that we're actually missing a player. So we're going to get the session all ready and right as rain. Of course, we appreciate everyone as we get ready to bomb into the grand finals. There's $150 on the line. Zan, you're actually part of kind of the makings of this. And I think that you've been trying to really put together a fun competition for all these players.
Oh, yeah. We always try to keep it all interactive. We have... other than this tournament, we have fun activities that we do all the time. Well, all the time, I mean once a month. But it's always really fun to kick back. We got a little week break after the season where we just chill, play as a community, and do stuff like Rush Hour, where there's a special hour that each player gets $5. And then we also tried something new this season where we did a whole entire week-long what we call primetime match, where whoever gets the most wins throughout the week gets a nice little $30 prize at the first place, when going on down, top 15 get prizes as well. So
Okay. All right. So there's a lot of activity going on in the ye olden Discord and the game. So even more incentives for everyone to get involved. So definitely want to make sure that everyone gets a chance. Go over to the RC Six Man's Discord. If you haven't followed them on Twitter, you can also do that on their socials as well. And of course, do the same thing for this glorious esports channel that's being able to provide you all of the looks earlier, we forget all that. We've got everything right as rain right now. So looking into this matchup, you have a squad that you got Character and Doma and you got Gotex on, and it felt like that was supposed to be a really good, just dominant force. But opposite of them, whenever you have Team Opa Opa, I feel like we had a huge reliance on either Noped or UKIT to be really influential. Are we looking the wrong way? What's really going to be maybe the key player that pops off this match?
Key play. I wouldn't say key player. I'm going to say key players because right now on Team Singjung. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce. I'm not
Sung
going
Jin
to
Woo?
my bad. Yeah, Sung Jin Woo. I'm so sorry, but you got, like you said, you got Character and Doma. And I mean, you got the two NA players, and you got Team Opa Opa, where it's the two EU players. So I always kind of see it as that because in 6 minutes it's kind of like split because you got different hours in NA versus EU. So NA is usually on towards the back half of my day, and then EU's on usually on the beginning of my day. But I think it's going to be those two players. Noctesno and UKIT are going to try to work together because they play a lot together. But Loai, I really feel like he's going to be able to put in the work today because he's on all the time. So I feel like he might be able to read Hood and Grayley a little bit better than Noctesno and UKIT would. But I mean, they're all really good players. So I really think that we're going to see it's just going to be a really tough mashup.
Yeah, and I think Gotex is really bringing in some of that fun flair that we find from the French that often are able to play so many esports as well as this one. But if you guys, I know there's some like very specific love being given over to Loai because also they're known in game as Lucy Devil or Lucy the Devil
Yes,
because they're the first MENA player, the first Middle Eastern player to be able to come into this, and that really kind of shows the expansion of what we can get. Now, maybe it's not the greatest when it comes to server ping, but yeah. But everyone's meeting the middle ground. I think we end up kind of adopting into an EU flair. But I do like finding kind of the mix up you can get between players, and I just want to be able to see everyone find that same kind of impact on the field. I believe that we have everyone back in, that we're going to be going into game number 1 here in all of a moment. Hopefully that will be very quick and hopefully not too quick because one of these teams is going to be trying to launch from this best of 3 lower final into that best of 5 against Team Chiefs.
Oh yes, getting into the grand finals, everybody's chasing for that $150 split between all the members prize. It's always fun to see this competition too. I mean, at the end of the day, they are fighting for the prize, but they're also fighting because they just love the game, and that's what's so beautiful about watching all of this.
We get to go over to Chicken Pizza, my favorite map.
Chicken Pizza. Chicken.
Yep.
You what? Banana was making fun of me the other day because I called it Chicken Itza. But I know that. I know the real name, but I was just messing around.
Oh man, but it was sad when they took it out of the rotation. It was one of the OGs that was there, but then they said, "Oh geez, we need to put it back in." And everyone liked it, and so we got back to it. So 7 minutes on the clock, and we now finally get to see a live running of the Bulls. Let's see if Team Opa Opa can bounce back. If Sung Jin Woo can keep that momentum.
Oh yeah, and as we got Team Opa Opa with the ball, Yukit's looking around for somebody to pass to as he quickly gets it to Mr. Lucy the Devil. But it looks like they got an open lane. They're just kicking it off right at the start, going crazy.
Lucy with that handling. I want to see what they really bring when it comes to some of these connections you get between both UKIT and Noped, because I think that's something that was missing a time or two whenever they were trying to really establish better control around Team Chiefs, especially when they got 5-0'd. A great takeaway, and that's an uppercut that's actually able to get a steal.
You are not wrong. You are right in terms of that, but I feel like the pressure sometimes can impact a lot of the plays. And also on top of that too, I mean, I know we are on EU servers right now, but still they're feeling a good amount of lag. I feel like everybody's experiencing a good amount of lag, so not everything's going to be able to be up to par to as usual.
Yeah, and that's not too bad because they know that running into this kind of atmosphere that's just something you have to deal with, and so they're minimizing that to a degree. Also, taking away the inner lane from that first pillar, that is such a good defensive maneuver, especially because they're trying to slow down Team Sungjin Woo. But that's been something that was kind of nerfed back in the day, especially with how heavy they took away those tosses. Looking for a 3-pointer, but great defense. That's me, Low Eye, Lucy Devil, that's able to make a steal.
Oh yeah, we gotta love the defense. Me personally, that's my favorite part. I feel like defense makes everything work. There's no offense without the defense. But I mean, it's going crazy right now. Switching over the possessions, I think they're going to be taking it long, as they're a little spread out. But it's all right because I thought they were going to make it work. But we got a loose ball right here, as they still got a chance to pick it up. But nope, not Pesno is able to take that ball.
So, nope, the Null is going to try.
Yeah, I know. We had a whole lesson before, and
I know there was a lot of French, man. Like I tried to get real good at my Rosetta Stone just a moment ago, but looking for the self pass. That's going to be a quick bump and go between teammates there for Opa, and this is some of the speed we've been missing. And immediately look for the 1-pointer, and they're going to hit the low side rim. We call that the Excel shot, as that one goes right out the window. Oh, they were trying for that steal. What do you think about them going for a 1 right there?
You know, that's not like them. I feel like they're just trying to ease attention a little bit. Be like, hey, look. I know this. Y'all come from a lower finals, but hey, look, we got this still. We're in the real bracket right here.
Just making sure they kind of stay on their toes with that one.
Oh yeah. And well, like I said, I feel like this is going to be a really head-to-head matchup, mainly defensive wise. I feel like it's going to be a low-scoring game.
That's so far been the product of many of our games, save one that we got to see a 5-pointer. But look at that ball being congested by players. Lucy looking for the self pass. They got the nice dump. Doma, though, this is what we know Doma to do. If they're not shooting, they're looting, and they're picking your pocket for the ball.
Looting. Oh yeah, you got some good catchphrases there. I'm loving it.
I've been working on it for a few years.
Yeah, no. But I wish I was as good. But no, Doma is very known for his defense. He always is very hyper analyzing the situations, as they're going for the 1 again, just to show their dominance. Lucy the Devil is he's him at the moment. He's him.
It was a very high and outside curve to take, and that really separated them from the rest of the defense. And then they saw one open man, and I believe that they're going for this 1-pointer to give themselves kind of a relief position, because when you have now even just the 1, we talk about the difference between going for the 1 and going for the multiple points. That's not exactly been for free to get that second lap. So they get the 1, and now they're going to force Team Sungjin Woo to have to chase. But they've been really good at ball control. They feel like they can just kind of bleed them out.
Yes, you're not wrong at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they're gonna go for another 1 after this. I feel like they're just, like you said, it's just for comfort. Now it's time to make them have to guard the goal every single time and all that stuff. But that's a nice defensive play from Doma. He's been the one for the team right now defensively.
I'm going to get a big steal as they basically link arms and play Red Rover, and everyone got knocked over at the same time. And now looking for where they want to transition out. Again, it's been all Opa all the time with hands on the rock. And yet, even when they have to make that turn, it's either Doma or Character that has been a very thick wall all their own. I haven't seen a lot of great setup once the steal happens for Sungjin Woo. It seems like they're a dog in a car and they don't know what to do once they've got a hold of the bumper.
You are correct. I mean, like right here, I would expect Gotex to maybe just slow down, be like, hey, let me wait for my teammates. But I just feel like they're not on the same page right now. And if I do believe so, I'm pretty sure they're not playing with comms. But and as you were saying earlier, that's a very necessary part in the game.
You know, if you're playing without comms, then your mechs better be amazing. You better be making the most like heads up all right, I'm making this kind of pass. Also, there's probably a lot of whistling going on and saying, hey, hand up, I'm open, send it to me right over the top of the ring. And they're looking for that number one. But because they do actually have themselves in a position behind, they are baiting the defense out of Opa. Now the 3-pointer as they go right above the golden ring. They're looking for the shoot back, but actually the 5-pointer, no, it was all about fake out. 3 points gained. 68 seconds remaining. And hey, that's actually a great setup out of Team Sungjin Woo.
You are correct. They put themselves in the position to where they do not have to worry right now. They do not have to guard the one. They got 2 laps for the other team to play defense on. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, that was a really good fake. I did not see that coming at all. That was just perfect timing on the shot. But it's team Opa getting back the ball as they're trying to come back with a minute left to make a statement.
Opa had control for the longest duration of this game, but they never built upon it. And now a couple of 1-pointers they don't want to have to rely on, but then actually based on the control they've had, might be able to get a second lap. Still have to be able to break through this first one. They open the 1-pointer, but that is useless to them. Now they have to actually go for the 3, which will end up being necessary to just get the win. No ties here as we go for our next lane.
Oh, no. And they're just coming up down the stretch. Is that an open goal? That is an open goal. Wow.
Wide open.
That's unfortunate. I mean, like you said, they've been in control just about the whole entire game. I was gonna say, hey, they should have gone for more, but they were like 30 seconds. They were easily able to get that 2 laps. That's crazy.
So suddenly a 3 turns into a 3 the other direction. And 20 seconds remain. Now you have to play holder champions, a bit of keep away. They just want to be able to get it away, but the defense is in chase, and they're chase and tail. It is noped. They get upended. Character with a steal. There's a last second chance. Oh, what a diving pencil tackle as they bring both feet to him. Nope will hang it on and then give it over to UKIT. They secure the win. Opa. This is a sweat fest here in the lower finals, but they take game number 1.
That's the highest scoring match we've seen in this game or this tournament, right? That I like seeing that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was 30 seconds. They had a minute left and they got it done in 30 seconds. And I'm still fathoming of how quickly that just changed. Like, holy crap.
My goodness, that was a wonderful turn of events and almost turned into a late-term theatric by Team Sungjin Woo. But Team Opa, they're the ones that come out the better of it. And we got to see a lot more of Noped and a lot more, honestly, out of Lucy, be it Loweye or Lucy or whichever. They were an impactful player, being able to really kind of get not only the first score, but also some key takeaways. But it was a whole team effort out of both sides. And I mean, just look at it dead even in terms of saves. Opa gets 1, which really got the kind of big takeaway. But ball possession, I thought it really leaned much more heavily over to Team Opa, but because of what Sungjin Woo was able to get late term, it just turned into kind of just it was such a tight race here, Zan. But we go to game number 2. Now both teams are finally all warmed up.
Yes, now they're able to read what their game plans are, each game plans are for each team, and figure out what they need to do. Like you were saying, it is a lot of team gameplay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like Gotex he's still trying to mend well with Doma and Character. They don't really, at least from my knowledge, I don't see them playing together too often in 6-man's or personally, whatever it is. So I feel like they're still trying to get a good mesh with that. Obviously, comms would help with that, but I mean, there's only so much you can do.
We're going to be going into this next game, and maybe comms will become something of the future. Either way, we appreciate everyone being here, and as we may get a decision on our series as well, we're going back over to Chicken Pizza as we're going to find ourselves either rounding out in the Golden Temple with a winner through the first 2, or will we perhaps, for the first time in this tournament, not have a 2-0? It's going to be up to Sungjin Woo. They can't play from behind. They got to fight their way through, and I want to see them establish a lead early.
Yes, you're not wrong. Me personally, I think they need to go more for one, as we can see. Uh, team Opa can score quite quickly, so I feel like they should just stick with the larger points this round.
Gonna be able to find those multiple point opportunities in the beginning of the games, but we've seen a lot more one pointers just be able to kind of establish a position of control, which is really the mental game that you can get from Roller Champions. 7 minutes coming up, though. Timer kicking down. We have our first launch, and I want to see what Sung Jin Woo can do. Adoma already. It looks like they got a game plan. They're aiming for some better passing, but that one will loop wrong.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, like you were saying earlier, you gotta be prepared for those magnet passes, or else they're just gonna start going flying around everywhere loosely. But as it's Gotex going down the lane, he's looking for somebody. He's threading through the defenders, getting into character as he's barely touched. I think he's just going to take a step back and analyze the situation, get some space. He's playing with his team, seeing a lot more slower movement this round. But with Doma Rocket with the dive, they're taking a lot slower. They're playing more teams. Hey, maybe they got some comms in.
Getting some of these quick jumps to be able to loop around the outside corners, and I think that really
nice
it's good control. Oh, but a good steal here, and that one comes out of UKIT. And we talked about this a little bit earlier in the semifinals about kind of going the long wrong way. It lets you back up, play more as a quarterback to everyone, and see what your options on the field are, and then be able to set up for yourself. And then we got to see that by Team Sung Jin Woo. They made it around that first turn, but they just kind of lost handles, but they're able to get it back. I want to see what they set up now, trying to be able to take this first into the second gate.
You're not wrong. I feel like they're going to be taking it the long way as he just slides down. Everybody's in a weird positioning at the moment, but I feel like they just now recollected themselves as Doma's going to pass it right up to Gotex, but it's quickly tackled by Low Eye, and it looks like we might have a dog pile going on, but it's Lucille the Devil getting out with it. And never mind, he does not get out with it. It's Gotex getting out with it as he's looking for somebody now.
It's chaos.
I love how quickly it's chaos. I love how quickly it changes. I feel like that always happens whenever I start casting. I have the worst caster's curse. You should have seen it the last one with me and a Stealth Ninja.
Oh man, was it rough that everyone decided to do the thing the opposite?
Yes, every single time we would say something, it was just like, oh, never mind. It is worse. It's mainly me, but maybe I'm just slow at processing. We never know.
Well, I mean, it takes a bit. Some of these teams want to just kind of reverse the field, trying to subvert expectations, and they do it not only to their opponent but also to their team, or rather to the production. And finally, we're seeing this one now open up for a 1-pointer. It's a loose ball play, and guess who? It's going to be UKIT that's able to go and get the steal. That one, we finally saw some progression. This one is a free rink, though, as they're able to go all the way through that second backside lane. And we're finally 3 minutes in. The 1-pointer wide open. Do they take it, considering how tough traffic has been to navigate? It looks like they're looking for the option, but they also want to see how hard they can bait in Team Opa to surround that gate.
You're not wrong. They are quickly making it down this second lap as Doma Rock is being very patient, but it's a just missed self pass, but or not self pass, magnet pass, but character gets it. As they're making down the stretch, they're going to. I don't think they're going for. Oh wait, they're down, but they want more. They're being a little greedy, want to secure it, but that is unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. With 3 minutes left on the clock.
That is exactly what, you try to get aggressive. You call it greedy. I call it maybe looking for the win, but it was also a great reaction time by Team Opa. They noticed that they were hanging around just a little bit too long. If you go for that chance play just like that, then you have to be able to do it very quickly. Great steal by Sung Jin Woo. They know that Team Opa loves 1-pointers, and so they're able to pick their pocket there.
You are correct, but it's a loose ball in there. They're picking it up. And they're making down a stretch very, very quickly as they're doing a bunch of slings. You don't see that too often. Especially in these high level. Oh, Doma Rocket with a quick little smack, a little head spin.
They're trying for the head fake, and they throw a shoulder straight at him. And no, the one pointer was open. It is neat to see that, at least at this mark, that both these teams haven't gone for the one, but we did see the threes kind of bust open wide. We've been able to also see both these squads go for ones right around the 2-minute mark. So considering how close we are to that, and considering what they're posturing for, yeah, I was starting to feel it. Now this is going to get way more physical, and these final possessions, and are going to be much more impactful.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's just a bunch of defense, and I love to see it. This is my favorite stuff to watch. I mean, I do want to see some scoring happening, but I mean, like, this is some intense. Both of these teams want it right now. I mean, it's perfect gameplay at the moment. I mean, there's nothing other than some of the passes, but I mean, there's not much you can do about that one. As it's Lucille passing it up to UKIT, doing a bunch of self passes, but gets tackled and is getting as it's loose, but he gets it up with the gate still active. UKIT has it with the open net. But barely clanks it off the net. It's loose ball. It's a loose ball. Oh my god!
A big tackle. The denial comes through. They are building a house with the bricks that have been thrown at this ring so far. Unfortunate. But that still leaves plenty of time and drama. But that also leaves us with very little clock, as we're now seeing maybe one of these last possessions being all of a single score. We will probably get this clock drilled all the way down to bonus times, and before one of these teams wants to score. Sungjin Woo, to stay in this tournament and have a chance to go to the grand finals, they have to be one of the ones that fall on top of Opa.
You're right. This is as them having a 1-0 lead. They're in a comfortable position, and it's just so hectic right now. I mean, these teams are just fighting for their lives at the moment. I feel like, I mean, the longest overtime I think we've had was about 12 minutes in a tournament. I feel like this might be one of the ones that might be able to break it, because this is super, super close. With 15 minutes or 15 seconds.
They probably wish that it's probably going to feel like 15 minutes considering what's coming up. But they're now going to just bleed out the clock, look for time. They're going to throw it into the bowl and see what comes out on the other side. We're in overtime. In case you've never seen this before, we hit it to 99 minutes. We're not going to be here for a feature-length movie. We promise this is not a Disney feature, but it is now coming up to a final possession. Can Sungjin Woo get 1 point? We see the second gate broken. Team Opa in control. UKIT looking for a player to throw to, but a steal by Doma will get the reset.
Yeah, Doma, I feel like he's definitely getting the defensive MVP this series. I feel like he's always just been character or Doma, but I really feel like he's the one getting those like intense tackles, like diving it and like last second tackles. Like the only way you can tackle him is a very certain way, if that makes sense.
No, it does. You got to be able to kind of track him down. And this is also the 1 pointer.
Net.
Easy win, easy life, easy running. And for the first time of this tournament, we're going to go not to a 2-0. It'll be 1-1 in the series. And it was this breakaway as soon as they lost position on the back second bowl zone. It was a sprint to the finish for Gotex. Mr. Irrelevant in the draft suddenly became the most relevant player on the entirety of the rink. And we go to game number 3. Next game, we'll move on to the grand finals.
You know, it's nice to see Gotex getting in a little score going, because I mean he's been doing great. He's been doing great, but it's been nice to see him highlighted right there, because some people call him Gotex, as in Goatx.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I understand. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I may be a millennial, but I was taught how to read and write. So it took a second. My old brain coming about. But, all right. So we go to game 3. Gotex really coming in strong. I think obviously we got to see both character, but mostly Doma really be kind of that middleman of the Sungjin Woo squad that came into it. But we go to Mexico Arena. And this is where heroes go to die at times whenever they want to continue their tournament livelihoods. And are you a betting man? And on that capacity, who are you betting on?
Honestly, this is a really, really tough one. I mean, with Opa, I feel like they've been the one that's dominantly holding the ball. And I want to say them because, I mean, they just seem more well put together in terms of teamwork, and they're talking with each other. I feel like comms might be a difference, but you never know. I mean, Character and Doma, I mean, like they're great solo players as it is. I mean, and they've also have a lot of experience playing together. But I think I want to say Opa.
Okay. All right. Opa seemed like they were leading much of that game by the nose, but late term drama rested with the main character of maybe this solo leveling effort, Team Sungjin Woo, with Gotex already with an early steal. And I want to see what they can do, maybe if we work towards these multiple pointers, but everything has been low-scoring ventures. What a toss. That ends up in the same hands as Gotex. He gets his own rock, but he's tracked down as he's slowed down.
Oh, what a tackle by Doma. That was pretty crazy. He had to do like 3 inputs right there. But it's Gotex going down the lane, looking for somebody, barely slicing the defenders, getting it to Doma. But I don't think Character was quite close enough to get to him, as it's Team Opa getting the ball back. But it's loose, and it looks like it's going to be Team Opa back with the ball as they're scrambling and looking to get back into position. And it's Lucille the Devil getting the ball, showing off his mechs and self-passes and getting it off to Mr. Naut.
Oh, nope.
Open goal.
They were looking for a chance. They kind of get ahead of the ring here. And what is your mentality when it comes to ones versus multiple pointers in 3s and 5s? Because I feel like 3s and 5s riskier, but really set yourself up for success if your team can get them, much like they're posturing in this position right here.
Me personally, I mean, I kind of like judging the. Oh, dang! That was a nasty angle. I thought I was going for the 5.
I mean, that's exactly what they were trying to bait up into this position as well. They go for the launch into the second bowl. And I think really when it boils down to, you go for these early big point plays when you have the opportunity, because there is such a long clock of 7 minutes. And in so doing, if you can be able to bait out your opponent, then you get just a much bigger win. Because ones, I mean, there's not like just the 2s for free. You have to still go ahead and go for either a 3rd or even maybe a 5th, maybe for a big win. The first pointer will be opened up, and that's going to be a big up kick steal as Character was able to body him. Doma comes down with the rock, and they could actually get just 2 big 1-pointers chased right after, and they'd be able to just get this series done with.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I honestly don't think they're going to be going for the ones. I think they're just trying to get it done as quick as possible. But, I mean, you never know. It's Roller Champions. Anything's possible. As Opa's getting the ball right back. I mean, that was really quick. Going back to what you said, though, I mean, I kind of like judging the atmosphere first, and then if like it's a really, really close game, nobody scored yet, I'm going to be scoring that one. But it's Team Opa getting a nice lead, looking in a good position as the ball's being scrambled and tossed around, and just a big dogfight right now.
See if they can be able to just navigate through all of this lane. You have this first side gate that is always so tightly contended and contested. You have the first 3 minutes now off the clock, and they're trying to just kind of chase after this ball. They're getting ahead of it, and actually, nearly ends up in the hands of Sungjin Woo. But Gotex, all right, this player obviously quietly has been able to kind of act independent from both Doma and Character, but it seems that their independence really has given them a nice rotation, because they can act maybe even without comms, but they've been able to keep calm and carry on. Doma falls on the floor, and they find, guess who? Gotex that keeps this possession.
Oh, yeah. Emphasizing on the Gotex, but not so goatly right there as Nop gets the quick tackle. I don't think he saw him, because that was a good positioning on Nop, right above him on the bull. But, I mean, so far it's not looking too good for Team JSL. I'll just call them that so I don't butcher the name. But they're breaking away as they get the ball, so maybe it's looking a little bit better. But just keep in mind, whoever moves on from this matchup, it has to reverse sweep the team in the finals team Chiefs in the finals. So
Ooh, trying to be able
I
to
don't
get
know.
more. Do the Chiefs, with that big steal out of UK, do the Chiefs get an advantage by sitting in the grand finals? Do they get a free game win or anything?
Yes. So basically, they have to do whoever moves on. They have to. It's a split reset basically. So they have to beat them technically, 2 series in order to win. Since
Oh, so they're gonna get a
Chiefs went
bracket
all the way
reset.
back. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh,
Nice
yes,
steal as well. Also,
yes, nice to know.
was it Sung Jin Woo, SJW? These guys ain't social justice warriors. They actually have a lot of impact that goes right behind their words. And with 2:13 left to go, you have 3-0. The first gate open finally for Team Sung Jin Woo. Gotex looking at the 1-pointer. They know that's all of a feint. There's no reason to even fake it out. And they're trying to be able to chase him down from behind. This is a very congregated and high traffic area on the second lane with a big toss out. You're
nice
actually getting
pass.
Doma trying to be able to go up, and they have a chance with Character, the 3-pointer right in front of them. Do you go for the 3? Do you get Character up? Now with Gotex looking at the 5, they actually have a chance as they want to go back into the bowl. One more option. They could go for the win. Doma with Gotex. They're dodging, they're diving, they're weaving. They have the 5, the ring, and defense standing strong.
Oh my God!
Character is gonna get Team Sung Jin Woo moving on.
Oh my God, that was such a beautiful heat sinker. I mean, I think that they just he tackled him and did a heat sinker at the same time. That was a beautiful shot. Oh my gosh, that was last second. You just love those types of games. It's the like what is it like the underdogs mentality or like whatever it is that was not expecting with how much time was left on that clock? Like 2 minutes, a minute and a half.
Oh,
or am I tripping?
yeah. It was like a minute 35 left, but that shot went through many legs, many arms, and it was definitely heat seeking. It was seeking something, and it was going towards that ring. Great job by Team Sung Jin Woo, which means that we are going to get a rematch between them and Team Chiefs going into the grand finals. That's actually my last one that I get to have for this bracket. Zan, it was so fun being able to be with you in the booth, man.
Oh yeah, it's been a blast, and thank you again, dude. You're too good at this. I appreciate all of this. Like you're amazing.
I had a lot of fun. Of course, I hope you guys are still having fun. The grand finals on the way. Can Team Sung Jin Woo be able to right the wrongs that were done before? Will Team Chiefs take this tournament here in the grand finals in the first series? We're going to be finding out after a short break. Make sure to follow the channel as well as RC6 Mans as well as Glorious Esports on socials, as we'll be back in just a little bit.
Think you got fire flowing through your veins, dreaming of flying through the acid rain, rolling up in style, bringing our A game, taking it higher, never be the same. Can you hear them roar? The energy shakes the floor. We're not on no You'll never catch us. Only together we're champions. Power we never imagined. We know we are. We know we are champions. 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 Sensitive hearts attuned from the start, meant to play the penitent part. Inquisitive minds are destined to find tempted fate and knowledge divine. Feeling there, a pity bare, denoted by. Crashing, hit a wall. Right now, I need a miracle. Hurry up now, I need a miracle. Stranded, reaching out. I call your name, but you're not around. I say your name, but you're not around. I need ya, I need ya, I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right now. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling. I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, down, down. Running out of time. I really thought you were on my side, but now there's nobody by my side. I need ya, I need ya, I need you right now.
It's the red you.
I need you right now. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling.
Said Josh. Smoking the night, roller skating tonight. Roller skating tonight. Roller skating, smoking, passing nickel bags tonight. Roller skating. Roller skating tonight. Disco balls and 8 balls tonight. Rolling down the street. Disco tonight. Roller skating on the roller skates tonight. Hey, what's up, girls? When you fall, get back up on the ring. Here's a nickel bag tonight. I'm trembling the roller ring tonight. That bass, I got the nickel bags, I pass them to F tonight. The DJ on the ones and two tonight. Roller skate tonight. Roller skate tonight. Roller skate tonight. Roller skate tonight. The disco tonight. The disco going down tonight.
that light of disco. The lights, the shadows, the shards of disco. Roller skate tonight. Roller skate tonight. Roller skate tonight. Disco balls tonight. That shattered shard tonight. Dimes and roller skates. Roller skate tonight. It's a register job. It's a register job tonight. Roller skate tonight. Roller skate tonight. Disco balls tonight. Shot glass tonight. Roller skate tonight. Roller disco balls tonight. Dimes, dozens and dimes. Dimes of dozens of nickel sacks tonight. That Afro pickback tonight. Roller skate tonight. Get them styrofoams. Roller skate tonight. It's a register job. Yeah. Yeah.
You my deepest thoughts
Billy,
can come
we know you have-
alive. I wanna show you things I love about you. Holding hands and feeling so cool. All the things I love about you. Oh. Cherry lips and kiss anytime. You're so nice to make me feel right. Giving looks and dancing all night. Can we are the superstars, superstars? Are we the ones who have the power? We are the superstars, superstars. Are we the ones who have the power? We are the superstars, superstars. Are we the ones who have the power? We are the superstars, superstars. Are we the ones who have the power? I wanna show you things I love about you. Holding hands and feeling so cool. All the things I love about you. Oh. Cherry lips and kiss anytime. You're so nice to make me feel right. Giving looks and dancing all night. Can we are the superstars, superstars? Are we the ones who have the power? We are the superstars, superstars. Are we the ones who have the power? We are the superstars, superstars. Are we the ones who have the power? We are the superstars, superstars. Are we the ones who have the power?
I've been on my way now. My head is down on an empty road, but I can hear your name loud. I'm not alone. Tick tock running out. You found a way to keep me close. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Fire burning it all down.
Hello, every single one of you, to the grand finals of the RC six-man season number 5 Invitational. I'm here with Zan. How you feeling about the match we're about to watch?
I mean, it's going to be so exciting, and because especially since we have the amazing, notorious Razzie with us to commentate it, to bring the extra energy, amazing energy. But honestly, it's going to be a great matchup between Team Chiefs and Teams Sungjin Woo. I believe I've gotten it right now. Um, it's going to be hard for Team Sun Jin Woo because it is going to be a bracket. They are going to have a bracket reset in order to win. But I mean, last match, I mean they were on par with everything. I mean they were able to make some crazy comebacks, some exciting gameplay. Like you didn't know what was going to happen, and I'm hoping today's going to be the first time ever in RC6 fans history that we're going to see a bracket reset because it's very rare to see.
Yeah, I mean, that would be huge. That would be exciting. It means more gameplay, and we all know we like RC
Oh
gameplay.
yeah.
So, I mean, anything more is always better. That's what they say. So here we are. We're in Mexico Arena, and we're about to watch these two wonderful teams who have grinded. They've put in the work. They're here. They made it to the grand finals, and now it's for all the money right here.
For all the money as it's starting off for a whole total $150, getting out in 2 seconds, and it looks like it's going to go to Team Chiefs. Very interesting positioning. Looks like we have a player down going AFK. But
Nope, he's alive.
he
He's
is
alive.
alive. All right, we're good. We're in action.
Okay.
But
Yep. Now they're doing
they're
some weird things.
interesting. We have a predicament here. Okay,
We need to phone in a friend here. We're gonna have to do some technical difficulty problem shooting right here, troubleshooting. So we're restarting. So yeah, I mean, we got the Chiefs here. Who would you say on this Chiefs roster is like the Travis Kelsey of the team? Who would you say?
the Travis Kelsey. That's
I don't even
interesting.
know I don't know how to say his name, but who's the Travis Kelsey of this team?
Travis Kelsey. No, I just thought it was funny that was a comparison. But
Right.
I would say for Team Chiefs, I mean, it's hard to say. These are some really good players. Dennis, amazing at soloing. He's just amazing in general in terms of team play. Rayo, amazing team play. I mean, I will say I've never seen Rayo compete in a tournament without his duo Urch Korea, but I mean he's been performing really well. But then you also got Sinez, who is easily top NA players, and it's just a really good matchup. There's no like standout like this is the guy for this team. But I mean, there's going to be some amazing team gameplay between them. I mean, they made it straight to the grand finals without any sort of. They've leaped over all the boundaries, but it seems to have been a little bit more easier than others for their team, wiping each team 2-0 each time.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to say. I mean, we have the best of the best conglomerated, big word right there. I know, conglomerated into this big final event, and these guys are just like breezing through it. Like it's nothing. Just boom, 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 boom. Right? How many booms until they blow up and the team chemistry falls apart? I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe what happens here is these guys go all the way to the end, flawless.
Hey, that would be interesting to see. I'm not for sure. I might have to ask somebody just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's. Wait, no, that might have actually happened last tournament. That where it was just like boom, 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 boom,
Right.
bam, grand finals.
Boom.
Yeah,
Bang,
boom,
pow,
bam,
boom.
bam. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, yeah, I mean it's looking really easy for them. They only got to worry about one series to worry about. Not like Team Sungjin Woo where they got to worry about two. But I mean,
Right.
we all root for the underdogs. I feel like that's a very common thing to do, and it would be nice to see this bracket reset. But I mean, on the other team, you got Character and Doma, and they're easily the best of the best of NA group, and you got Gotex paired with them, and I mean, this is going to be another head-to-head matchup. Like you said, this is the best of the best in terms of World Champions players, all grouped up right now.
Right. Yeah. It's intense. These matches are gonna be just like rapid fire. Boom, boom. Once again. Boom, boom.
Boom,
Non-stop
boom.
action. We're gonna see a lot of tackles, a lot of interceptions. Like Sinez, man.
Oh yeah, with the
Holy moly.
interceptions.
That dude is goated.
He's goaded with the interceptions and defense. I will say that he's always analyzing the situations very, very well, getting the right position. But it looks like we are headed into Mexico Arena again right now as we try this for a second time, getting this game one in of the best of 5 in the grand finals against Team Chiefs and Team Sungjin Woo.
Yep. We had all the fans just stay in the seats, just had the little skaters here roll back up and then come back out of the chute again, but hopefully we're good to go here.
Yeah, we took them in our 6-man's private jet and they flew here. Yep. Yeah, but it looks like as it is team, Team Sungjin Woo who got ball right off a kickoff, and it looks like they're going to be playing. Looks like everything's running fine and dandy, and we're starting. We got 6 minutes and 40 seconds left at the moment as they throw it down. It's Character picking up the ball, throwing it down. They're playing the. Are they resetting right now?
I think they're resetting.
Or are they just playing really good?
Or not. I think we're good to go. All right, Rayo was just sleeping on the keyboard. That's actually a new strategy that's been developed. Is sleep on the keyboard strat.
Yes.
Controller, I should say.
Yes, I've seen that quite a bit. It's always right before the minute mark ends too.
Right.
Yeah, but we got Doma getting the ball, and it's actually never mind. Doma does not have the ball. It's going to be Sinez ending up out with the ball, doing some good team play right now, passing it off to Dennis, and getting a little boundary right there as Doma rockets right there, but he's able to slide right past it with a missed magnet pass, rolling down loose ball. Character is able to pick it up.
They're just gonna scoop that up, but Sinez with the dive tackle slammer, like we said, lots of booms, and that's gonna give them the ball, and they're gonna start their lap progression here, going backwards.
Going backwards, yeah, that's always a good little play. Kind of throws everybody off. Gets them in weird positionings, but that was a nice catch right there. A magnet pass.
One is open. They're going for more.
Yeah, this is going to be a interesting matchup. But Team Chiefs are looking very dominant right now as they've held the ball for majority of the time. As I think they're going for a 5. I think they're just trying to go ahead and just get this done and show their dominance. As a sign is going down the stretch, 5 is open, and boom, yeah, boom.
Sinez, 4 minutes 50 left on the clock, like it's nothing. Look at this. Off the inside wall. Boom.
Ooh.
Off the backboard, bounces in, does a cartwheel. That's a statement of a first game.
That is very well said. That is a statement game. I mean, that was super, super quick. That's quickest match this whole entire tournament.
Could be, yeah.
They're looking really good with a one game lead on the 5-game series. I mean, it's not a good spot to be in if you're team Sungjin Woo.
Right. Yeah, I mean, these guys are a force to be reckoned with. The Chiefs have been dominating. That's the name of the game. The whole day for them has just been domination. They are just rolling the competition. And, I mean, yeah, Doma, Character, and Gotex are just going to have to, step it up. Do a little more if they want to take the dub here.
That's a very good way to put it. It's a very, very accurate statement. I mean, they just... that was just very off. Positioning was off. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. All I saw was Team Chiefs right there. It was a dogpile at the beginning, but then it was just like, all right, Chiefs ready to do bam, bam, boom, boom, and all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, something to note, right? Something I want you to pay attention here in this next game. How many times does the ball get loose, and then the Chiefs are the ones that come out of it, regardless of who gets tackled and loses the ball? Notice how they are the ones consistently winning these scrambles and these mosh pits.
Yeah, yeah. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. I can barely hear you right now.
Did I get so quiet? Am I just
Oh, you sound a little bit better now.
Am I good now?
Yeah. I hear you now.
Yep. My apologies. I just fell down the hole, but we're back.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you're okay.
Someone threw me a ladder, so I'm back here, back on the mic. And look at that. What did I say? Look who's starting with the ball, the Chiefs. And their game plan seems to be just holding the ball. As
You
long
are
as they're
correct.
holding the ball, they're doing good.
Yes, you are correct. As Banana likes to say, ball possession. His famous statement is like ball possession equals carrying. Like whoever holds the ball longest is carrying.
Right. I think there's a lot to say about that, you know. As long as you have the ball, you know, you are in control of the play. The defense is waiting for their opportunity. They cannot score until they get
Oh
that
my
ball.
god! I did not even realize that they were already on their second lap. That's
Yep.
insane. But that they already got the tackles going, and that's great because GoTex is there for the um, for the scoop up. But man, if they would have gotten that off, that by far definitely would be the quickest game in ever in our tournaments.
Yeah, we've only had a minute pass here. It was a good play from Doma. He saw that the ball was loose. Oh, nice tackle from Character. And he went for the off ball to make sure that his teammate Gotex could pick it up free. And that, I mean, that's the type of selfless play, you know, that we like to see
Yeah,
in the Roller Champions community.
you're correct. Nice team play, being in coordination with all your teammates and seeing where they're at, and you know, I mean, honestly, at this series right now, I mean, they're doing good. It's like they're on the passes and everything. It's just, you know, they're just simply more ready for it.
Yeah, and it seems that someone had sent a virus to my computer, but I think I should be good now. Hopefully the virus is gone. My antivirus just actually eliminated it. I'm hearing noises.
I'm hearing noises.
I'm blind, but I'm hearing. I can still hear. And there we go. We're no longer blind.
We
That
are back.
just like nothing happened. And Doma making a statement. The virus is really fighting me today.
You know, who's DDoSing Razzie right now?
Yeah, somebody needs to chill. Come on now.
This is not the time.
All right, I'm hearing.
But no,
I
it's
hear
all right.
noises again.
It's okay. We all know that they are fighting for their lives right now, and
Yep. I bet Doma just hit another tackle.
Yep.
Look at that.
I think that's what happened. Yep. There it is. You
And
are
we're
correct.
back.
They scooped it up, and we are back. Doma with the ball and passing up to Mr. Gotex, and with an open lane. I don't think they're going to go for the one though. I think they need a little bit more with this team because this team seems to be really working well together right now. But it's a long bomb as Doma Rocket is picking it up, getting in good position. They're already on their second lap. Oh, but a missed pass, but they're still able to scoop it up, and he just chunks it down there, but barely misses it. Scrapes the bottom of the rim, and it's Dennis tackling, and it's loose. It's loose, and it's Sinus picking it back up.
Yeah, that was just a good job from the Chiefs. You know, taking advantage of the misplay. These missed passes are really killing Sung Jin Woo. Really messing them up. And oh my goodness, Gotex reading the grab off the spine, perfectly positioned, shuts down that play.
So that's play. It's getting a lot back and forth right now, but as you're saying, it seems like Chiefs always seems to be the one to pick it back up for majority of the time. I mean, they're getting a lot of I won't want to call it bailout plays because I mean they're not getting bailed out because they're there to scoop back up the ball, but they keep on picking it back up.
That's right. Here we go, another scramble.
Oh yeah.
3 or 4 tackles there. Rayo's gonna pass it to himself over to the side, get some space, sends it flying. Dennis was there, but he's not going to get a hand on it, and that means Gotex is going to pick it up. Oh my God!
wow.
Rayo out of
Yeah.
nowhere just stealing it.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the hardest ways to seal pass, at least in my opinion. I don't know how people just dive right into the ball and steal it right above you. That's pretty impressive by Rayo, but it's character scooping it back up and getting tackled by I can't see his name. I think it was Sinus, but it's going down the ball, and they're forced to go the long way as Dennis is now going back and going the correct way and getting it up to Sinus. Yes,
Sinus is looking for Rayo right there. He got him on the outside wall. That's an open net, but Doma
Oh!
dives in from behind. Not going to
Oh
get the
my
ball,
gosh.
though. Character gets the tackle they need, though, and it's going to reset the lap progression. That was a close one.
Well, it was indeed. It's with Team Chief scooping it right back up, and I feeling a good. Oh, I was gonna say I'm feeling a good sling right here, but I think it was character was able to quickly stop it.
Yeah, I mean, what's so impressive
Oh, wow.
about these players, is that they can read each other so well. They've played against each other thousands of times, so many times, in fact, that it's hard to make a play that someone doesn't see coming, and
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, when they pull it off, it's really great. But most of the time, you go for a sling. If you make it too obvious, they're gonna shut it down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all these players have lots and lots of experience in different situations, and I mean,
Oh,
oh wow, what a tackle!
yeah, that's tough. Once again, another loose ball off a missed pass. It's just these mag passes. They're not connecting. It's part of the challenge with these 6 men's games where you have a draft selection for your team. You gotta make it work. You gotta find a way to make it work with your team, and I don't think they've found the secret to make it work for this team. Whatever it is, something's messing them up, and they're off sync. But
Yeah.
hopefully, they can figure it out here in the next 30 seconds and get them a game on the
Oh, wow.
board.
You're right. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock now, and it looks good
Oh.
favor. And there comes Cast a Curse again. It always strikes me at the worst times ever. But it looks like this might going to be going into overtime. And
It definitely does look like that.
yeah.
Rayo is gonna solo here. Oh, a little misplay. Doma's gonna punish him for that pretty quickly. And Doma is so good at taking charge and leading a team to the dub. Look at that. I think it was Character, just got a crazy, crazy strong off-ball
wow.
tackle. And that was a great tackle from Sinez on the pass, reading it before it even happened. But Doma somehow
This
comes
is
away with it.
crazy. This is just going everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Very
that
uncoordinated.
Yeah, no, that was just them. They were rushing the passes. They were trying to they knew people were coming. There's not much they could have done about it. I mean, they were being swarmed. The Team Chiefs defense has just been something to applaud for tonight because they've been
on
just,
point.
Yes, they've been I'm trying to come up with a good comparison. As Banana likes to say, they're swarming them like bees.
You know, it'd be really cool. It'd be cool to see a heat map of where the most tackles happen, because this game,
cool.
I have seen maybe 8 or 9 tackles right there at the 4th checkpoint on the 4th gate. They just keep shutting them down right when they think they're about to get it. But here's Rayo with an open net.
Oh,
takes it right underneath. I think that was Gotex on the goal line. Actually, it wasn't technically open. My apologies, but he's gonna slide it in right underneath him. Boom, just like that.
Oh yeah, Gotex was there. See, that's the thing is with these pro RC players, they just know what angle to throw it at. Even if there's somebody right in front of the goal, they know. Okay, they just jumped right then and there, so I'm going to throw it right underneath them, and they know those angles. And that's what seems to get the Team Chiefs the dub right there, as they take a 2-0 lead in a 5-game series. It's not looking too good for Team Sungjin Woo, and hoping we can see a little bit more teamwork.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we just need more, just a little more synergy from Sung Jin
Mm-hmm.
Woo. You know, these are three great players, but they just don't seem to be on the same wavelength with a lot of these passes, with a lot of the plays. We saw a
Mm-hmm.
lot of moments, especially when we were right about to hit OT there, where Gotex was alone
Yeah.
at that fourth gate. You know, he had no one to pass to. He had little speed, and the off balls were coming in from Dennis and Rayo and Sainez, and it's like you got to have a little more synergy, a little more team play, coordination there to make it happen, and it just wasn't enough. And you know, that's just how it goes. If they don't figure it
Yeah.
out, this might be a 3-0 sweep.
And I feel like it's just a combination of the nerves and the situations they're being put into because Chiefs are just swarming them. So like they're just trying to get those passes off. So they're doing quite well playing as a team. It's just those they're passing it really really quick, and sometimes the other person isn't prepared for that pass, and that's what's killing them at the end of the day is those magnet passes. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, it is also unfortunate too because like not everybody's on the same server. It's always been an issue, obviously, but a lot of people have gotten acclimated to it, but it still can get tricky sometimes, especially passing between EU and NA to EU, and that type of stuff because they're just maybe like a slight millisecond, maybe 2 milliseconds behind than their other teammates. So maybe that could be a contributor.
Right, right. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can, you know, throw them off, make things a little harder. And when you're in these in grand finals, I mean, we're in grand finals. It's 2-0. They're feeling the pressure. Can they make it happen?
I think it's very possible. I mean, it's character Doma and Gotex. They could easily get it done, but not looking too promising at the moment because they're still going to have to go through that second bracket reset if they do get it done. Um, but
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But you know, the hardest situations when the pressure's all there, when you have nothing left to lose besides one more game, sometimes the pressure's gonna make a diamond of a team, and
mhm.
maybe they lock in. I believe. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I believe. I think they'd lock in right here, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
a tale for the centuries.
It's gonna be the tale of the century. Do it. I'm gonna stick with you on that one. I think it is gonna be the tale of the century, as you want to call it, because I mean that would be pretty insane. Coming not only doing the bracket reset, but coming back from 2-0. That's
Yeah.
some LeBron type stuff right
I
there.
mean, that's the worst position you can be put in the grand finals. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm one all about belief. I like to see the story unfold because it's never over until it's really over.
Yep.
You
Never.
haven't lost until you're down 3-0. So let's see
You
if
are
they can
not
make it
wrong.
happen.
Yep. So we are. It looks like we are starting up here in the beautiful Mexico arena again. We love to see it, and the crowd's going crazy. They all got their
They are
lamps and
wild.
they got their team colors. They're ready for this immaculate game 3 of the grand finals in season 5. But Chiefs getting the kickoff right here,
Oh
looking
my.
like they're in very very good positioning. But Dennis is being swarmed by Team Sungjin Woo at the moment,
Character
making.
narrowly missing that. Gotex
Mm-hmm.
also narrowly missing that tackle. Super close
Oh
call right
wow,
here.
Dennis was
Oh,
really using the spine to his advantage, but unfortunately gets tackled by Character right at the last second on the bull. But they're very very quick to scoop it right back up as Dennis is making his way through some defenders, but
wow.
gets tackled by I believe that was Sinus or no, that was Doma. Doma, my bad.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Doma and Character had a really nice setup there. They had one in the lane and one on the spine. Both were break, just chilling, waiting for the ball carrier to make a move. And that was a nice play right there. I didn't really see what happened, to be honest, but I believe it was an off-ball tackle on the pass, and it was just clean play all around.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, it was a magnet pass that was missed. Again, like we were talking about the magnet passes, but I mean, it looked like somebody got like a mini uppercut, and I've never understood those really, but
Oh,
Can really mess stuff up. But that's a really, really nice spin tackle by Sinus right there. But
yeah. You can just tell he's locked in. He's
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
no.
Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs right now.
Patrick
How do we
Mahomes.
feel about that?
Oh shoot! I feel like that's a good accurate statement. Wait, so is
Open
Patrick
one.
Mahomes better than Travis though?
Perhaps.
Ooh.
I don't know. Depends on how they perform tonight. We'll have to
You
see.
are correct. You're correct.
Oh my goodness, that was
Oh
like a
wow!
pincer maneuver right there. There was
That
nowhere to
Yeah,
go.
that's exactly what I was about to say. They like I said, they're just swarming. Chiefs are swarming when it comes to defense. Like there was nowhere for character to go right there. It was just a big giant block of getting tackled.
And you can tell both teams are feeling it when
Hmm.
it's the first gate, badunk, first gate, badunk, reset, first gate, badunk. I mean, these guys are locked in. They are fighting for this win. Both teams want it. They
Yeah,
want that grand prize.
you can tell they both want it right now. I do say I see a different
Ooh.
attitude right now from Team Sung Jin Woo. I think maybe we might have spoke something into existence. It'll be
Hey,
really exciting to see because they are looking a little bit more fluid at the moment.
indeed.
But it looks like
Doma, I mean,
Dennis
yeah, I
is.
don't. Dennis is trying to do the sleeping on the keyboard strat once again.
Oh,
It's
okay,
just kind
okay.
of how it goes.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty
he's
broken.
back. See, just a little fake out.
Yeah, you're just
Probably
saying.
gonna.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Oh shoot, it's an
Character.
open net. I don't think they're going to take. Oh, gets tackled by Dennis. I think the strat worked. That
Yeah.
once you go like sleeping on the keyboard, and then it's like you're non-existent for a little bit. So then they're like, okay, don't worry about Dennis. Honestly,
Right.
maybe that is a strat.
Right. Sinus, the
Oh wow,
janitor,
scooping it up.
sweeping it up last second like that, and they're about to have
Oh,
2 laps. Oh, but character says nada,
oh.
nada, buddy.
Nada. Nada. You're right. He denies that in a very nice fashion as he quickly passes it up to Gotex and he's able to make his way all the way
Hail
to
Mary that.
Doma
Oh
Rocket.
my goodness!
Oh
Parting the
wow.
Red
That's
Sea.
pretty.
Nobody was alive on that fourth gate.
No,
Nobody. That was as
nobody. Yeah.
free of a lane as you can get, Zan. I mean, look at that. Bing, bing, bing. Everyone's knocked out, dead asleep.
Yeah,
What do you
just
do?
wide open goal, and you got the beautiful face, like just zoomed up worm, the
Right.
iconic Doma Rocket emote. You gotta love that.
Gotta love it.
Mhm.
Making a statement with that, you know? Got the 1-pointer pop off on it. I like that. Because the
Oh
1-pointers
yeah.
are big.
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of those times where 1 pointers are necessary, it's just so you can ease the tension and do all that because like it's
Get a little
very back and
confidence, you
forth
know?
this match.
Like start feeling it. Once you get a goal in, uh-oh, this one's open. But they
Oh
want
no,
more.
Team Chiefs are not for the 1 pointers at the moment as they are going for more. And Sinus is
Go Tex!
tackled. Go, yeah, with Gotex tackling. Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Doma Rocket right in front of them, and then you got Gotex right underneath you. Not many places you can go.
Character right there just got a spare on the off-ball
Ooh.
tackle to deny the pass, and now they are rapid fire passing. Boom, boom, boom. Just what I was talking about
Yeah,
earlier. Look
yeah,
at that.
yeah.
Boom. There's
Yeah.
another one. Do they get another? No. Gotex is there.
Oh.
Says sit down, buddy. Reset the lap. And this is why the one is so crucial. All this time where they're just messing around doing these mosh pits. It's one person tackle, another tackle, another tackle, another tackle. I mean, that's Sung Jin Woo winning. They're winning throughout all this time that's getting wasted.
I will say, I mean, they seem to be the dominant ones this match for sure, 100%. I mean, it's just I feel like they finally just figured out like the positionings and like, hey, you need to be like the support guy, like you're always there because we've been seeing a lot of stuff from Gotex this match in terms of like being, I guess, the glue player,
Right.
doing all the knit and grimy, but as he's tackled by Rayo with a pencil dive, you gotta love those tackles. Getting it off to Dennis.
2v1 in the bowl.
Sinus doing some immaculate passing.
Off the bowl like that, do a little reversal wall transfer uppercut. Looking for the pass here. Very risky. Gets it to
Oh
Rayo with
yeah.
the demon
Oh,
cancel.
demon.
He's
Oh
feeling
wow.
it. He's feeling it. Does a spin
Yeah.
kick self pass right over Doma's noggin.
With
Can he
no
get the
one
pass
there.
off here? There's a minute left. They need a 1 to equalize it. Nice off ball tackle from
Oh
Rayo.
gosh.
One person on net. They need a tackle. Nothing. They're jumping like flies.
Oh,
A brick.
barely bounces it, but he's able to get it. Oh,
They
they're
got the
going for
3, and
more.
they're going for 5.
Oh wow.
Sinus is going to be open on that inner wall if he can get the pass, but no, he's just a
Oh.
little too far, and Character says, no bueno, out of
Yeah.
here. 35 seconds left. They just have
Like
to
you-
hold the ball.
Yeah, like you said, there's another tackle right at that fourth gate, and it seems to be the point where people really like to lock in and be like, no, this is like my last chance. I got to get it, and he was able to make it happen with a very clutch tackle.
Indeed. Gotex, nice spacing right there. The double juke, and look at this. All this time they can waste on that other bowl. Up to Doma. I mean, this is looking good. This is looking good. Another
Oh,
page
shoot.
in the history book. No way, Dennis! Last
Oh,
second
wow.
gets the ball, last chance. That's a crucial error. They're gonna take advantage of this. Here they go. Dennis on the outside wall, up to Sinez. Nobody's there in the bowl. This is gonna be a one-pointer
wow.
opportunity. Do they go for the equalizer or do they go for more?
Oh wow, barely.
Oh, what is that shot? Terrible
Yeah,
shot from Sinez, and Doma's gonna scoop it up. Wow. The pressure got to him. Just like that.
Yeah, the jitters definitely got to him on that shot right there. I honestly, personally thought they were going to go for more because I'm not sure if you saw that, but like Character was like right there about to pencil dive him, probably pencil dive tackle him. Like he was literally like inches away. That was pretty crazy. I mean, hey, it's looking a little bit better on Team Sungjin Woo right now for sure. I mean, maybe they're going to make the comeback. I mean, you never know. It's only 1-2, best 5-game series. I think they can make it happen.
I believe in it. I believe if they get one game here, just one solid, clean match right here, then they've got it equalized. And now the worst position that they were in will be the worst position for the other team. Because
exactly.
going from 2-0, the perfect lead, you're one game away. One game away from victory. And then now you're one game away from losing. That's terrifying. That's nauseating.
Well, yeah, and just think about it too. I mean, it definitely seems like they're coming together, like as a team. I don't know. Maybe they're calming now. I don't know, but they're looking a lot better put together than the first series or first two series, or two matches. My bad. But I mean, I think it's possible. I'm really excited to see this one as it's game 4 of the best of 5 series, and we're still in Mexico, the beautiful city of Mexico City.
Yeah, we got all the fans in Mexico, so we just said, why make them go to a different continent, country, whatever? Just stay right here in Mexico. We're gonna have a good time in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
Not make it too complicated.
Place. Beautiful place. As it's Team Chiefs getting the kickoff, looking to potentially end the tournament right now, but I don't know. We don't know. They've been putting up a really, really good fight, but are they going to take the one? I don't think they are. That has not been their game plan as of recently. As he barely slides past Doma, but gets tackled by Character.
Yeah, I mean that was just great positioning from the entire team of Sungjin Woo. I mean they just really locked in there, told him what's up, and shut down what looked like a lot of momentum there. Oh my goodness, Dennis
yeah,
was on
you saw
his tail.
That. I saw that too. I was like,
that was
crap.
Close.
Very close. Yeah, you got to play slow with this team. It seems like
wow.
Yeah, that was a good tackle. It seems like Team Chiefs are just one step ahead of them majority of the times. They just need to play it slow a little bit, but also fast. Like I don't know, you just gotta kind of like find that right speed that's not too fast, not too slow.
I think the name of the game here is going to be patience. We saw a second ago, Doma went the patient route, didn't just send himself flying down the lane on the open one, and it did result in him getting tackled. But I think that's the right play. I think they got to take their opportunities when they get them, and capitalize where they can.
Yeah, you are correct. Oh wow, that was
Oh,
an interesting mech right there. As he's diving away and gets it to Sinus, that's going to be an open lane. That's going to be very very open. He's doing some self passes, and having the three, only two people on net,
shot on net.
throws it.
Oh
Wow,
no,
wow! I
a
didn't.
catastrophe.
Yeah, that is not good for team um, Sung Jin Woo. That was a
That's
interesting shot
tragic.
right there. I was
He hit
not
him with the
expecting it
slow
to be.
throw.
Yeah,
Doma was there. He was ready for it. He had the read and everything, but he just couldn't get the inputs correctly to get
yeah,
himself in front of the ball before it reached
yeah.
the net.
You got to be pretty precise when it comes to the goalkeeping. Like I said, if you got the angles, you got the angles.
Right.
Yeah. But it's going to be Team Jungsun Woo trying to make it back here, getting it up to character, but
Oh no.
stumbles.
It's
Sinus up
tragedy
to
all
bid.
around.
Mm-hmm.
Character stumbling on the wall after getting the pass and what looked like a really good opportunity for a one. Granted, I don't think they would take the one. They're already down 3.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that's not the kind of plays you want to see when you're on the line like this.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's not looking good for them. But I mean, the only thing they can do is keep their head in the game, keep on playing great defense. I mean, they've looked like they've been put well together, but I think the pressure's really hitting to both of them, and they're just the pressure's making team Chiefs just push them into deep gear, and the pressure's making team Sung Jin Woo a little nervous, a little jittery,
Right.
as it's with
Up to Sinus.
potentially ending the game,
Misses
but
again.
misses it.
Sinus, lock in, brother.
Oh.
We can't be calling you Patrick Mahomes if you can't throw the ball correctly. Come on now.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. Yeah, we'll just say that he's Travis Kelsey then.
I know we got stats here. We need a stat on bricked shots from Sinus this tournament. This is not the performance I know he wants to show off. He needs to do a little bit better. Be better.
do better. But no, he's been playing pretty fine. I think it's just the tension right now. This is grand finals. There's a lot on the line in terms of bragging rights, roles in the server, and then even $50. So
Right.
there's a lot on the line. But I mean, they're not looking too shabby. They're on the second lap right now. They have a chance here to tie the game up.
Gotek's making a really good decision making right here.
Mhm.
Oh my, but Doma's just gonna pump
Oh.
right into Rayo, who was flying in at 7,000 million kilometers an hour.
Yeah,
That is so tough. It's hard to react to that.
Exactly. There's not really much character could do. He was just speeding right in. But I mean, they were having the right idea. They were keeping it slow. Gotex was like looking for a really good pass, seeing what he could do, and then just Rayos just flying in out of nowhere. But hey, there's still 3 minutes left on the clock. Anything could happen. They still got the ball, but they don't have the ball as it's Rayo
Dennis
picking
hit
it
him
back
with the coast to coast from one wall to the
Mhm.
other dive tackle right off the dodge up the wall, and oh my goodness, so many off balls right here. A mechanic that didn't work out. Sinez gets away with it. Does a self pass, looking for the guy Rayo on the wall there, inner wall, off ball tackle again, 2v2. Sinez above the net, going for more. They
Oh
want to
wow!
end it right here. Grand finals. Is it going to come to this?
Oh
Is
wow!
this the moment that seals the deal and puts the Chiefs as legends of
Oh
the
shoot!
Invitational number 5? Rayo with the open net slams it. Bye bye. Salute.
He's giving
Good
it the
night.
salute.
Dance it, Rayo. That's right, buddy. You just won the RC Six Man's Invitational number 5. Just like that, a bomb blowing up in the stadium.
Yeah,
Insanity.
it looks like that's it right there. I mean, like you said, it looks like it was just a bam, 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 bam. We saw a good glimpse of hope from Sung Jin Woo with that one game. We thought that they were gluing it back together, seeing what was happening, evaluating the situation well, but unfortunately that isn't the case, and we see the Chiefs taking home the victory with all the bragging rights, the money, and everything like that. Looks like we're going to take a look at some stats really quick, and I just want to say, I mean, it would be it would be cool to see the brick shot stats like you were saying. But I mean, he was still able to come out with the victory, so we're not going to go
Right.
too hard on him.
Right.
But it looks like we got 5 shots from Sung Jin Woo, so they weren't able to capitalize 5 times. A little unfortunate to see.
Yeah, I mean, what a dominant performance today, though, from the Chiefs. They didn't get the flawless 3-0 sweep. We saw the glimmer of hope, like you said, and but I mean, they do take it. They went the whole way. They got the win. Boom, bam, pow, pop. Every single
Oh,
word
yeah.
in the dictionary. Onomatopoeia, and they did it.
Yes, and obviously, congrats to Sinus and not Flix for the accurate predictions. I mean, Flix got it right on the dot. He said it was 3-1. And yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he called himself a prophet. I mean, it might be possible, but I mean, again, this is great to see. Yep. We're going to be going over a recap of the bracket. You know, Chiefs have just been dominant the whole way. I mean, it's unfortunate for Team Gang who got eliminated quite quickly, but they still put up a really good fight against Opa.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see the lower bracket run from Sung Jin Woo, but it got cut short in the grand finals, as we know. We just saw. I mean, it's tough. A lot of 2-0s. Take note of the 2-0s. That's a lot on that bracket. And here's the thing. We're grilling Sainez. He did a good performance today, but he did a lot of brick shots, but there's always a chance for more. Next time. Next invitational. Next season of RC6 Men's. Make sure if you guys want to be in the next one, you join up, you hop in, you grind, you improve your skills, and maybe, just maybe, you'll make it to the next invitational.
You are right. Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody here, and thank you for the casters between Glorious Productions, Banana for doing amazing graphics, and casters, Hail Monkey. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, Razzie for coming in clutch at the last minute. I mean, like it's amazing how much we've done with this community and how close everybody's become, and just it's been an amazing thing to put up, and just a lot of competitiveness. It's just been amazing to see.
For real.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody coming out to hang out for this event. I think it was a great event. We started off a little slow, but hey, we kicked things in the third gear or whatever people say, and we got there. We had a great grand finals, a great tourney all around. Lots of great players here. Proud of everyone who made it, but I'm really proud of the Chiefs for taking it home. Grand prize victory. Congratulations to them for winning the RC6 Man Season Number 5 Invitational.
Yes, sir.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling.
Here we go, girls. Watch me for 1 second. This is gonna be great. 6, 7, 8. One thing off, take one thing off. Yeah. One thing off. Here we go, girls. One thing off, take one thing off. One thing off. Start the verse. Take it off and let it go. You don't need it anymore. Shake that shit and double down. Boom,
Still speculating, never enough. But soon you'll see I'm unrestrainable. I'm uncontainable. Any moment, I'll have you begging. Don't turn your back. Oh, can't you see that I'm untamable? I'm unmistakable. I'm hearing it all, I hear it in my head. Whispering and whispering again. Hearing it all, they see me as a threat. But you make